Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Schlocktober Fest.
Spooky, scary. Now, Dion, if you do your spooky voice, I'll have to do my spooky voice too.
Damn it.
Let's move on. Up next, we have the Bombay bad boy, Big Rig Nick Utam.
Glad it's finally October. It's wonderful time of year. Every channel, every VOD service has all the horror movies on, playing all the time. I fucking love it. It's great. Glad to be here.
As do I, man. And finally, we have American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
Nick's really just excited that it's October, so now you can go around butt-chugging fucking pumpkin spice shit.
Nick, have you ever butt-chugged pumpkin spice? I won't judge you if you will. I just want to know.
No. I did not go to that fraternity at UT. I was not introduced to that. They made their own thing. I don't know what happened there.
That's WU White Girl University, man.
No, the funniest part of that was the lawyer getting in front of everybody trying not to trying to say butt chug with a straight face, and the people behind him like not trying to laugh. It was hilarious.
I mean, butt chug is just that's a compound word, so it's just maybe the best compound word out there. Folks, if you know of a better compound word than butt chug, let us know in the comments. We'll be reading the chat tonight. Now, folks, we have a lot to talk about tonight because it's episode 375 of WCBS, the epitome of pop culture. Now, tonight, of course, is the first night of Schlocktoberfest. We're not going to go too deep into that because also tomorrow, Nick and I are on our way to a little state called Florida. And Saturday night, we're going to be at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. So, folks, follow us on social media to get involved and to see what we see. So we'll have a small little live stream on Saturday night. You can check out the park with us. You can ask us your questions. We can check out stuff together. We can have a lot of fun. So that'll be Saturday night at, I believe, we put 10:05 p.m. It's not going to be an hours-long stream, so make sure you guys check that out as soon as we go live. And be on the lookout for much more this month from WCBS. We just recorded our Schlocktoberfest video for the Twilight Zone. We're going to get together and put the TNA videos over on Patreon. We have a commentary for Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and I have a special retail video that's coming out this weekend, and it's a little Halloween themed. So be on the lookout for all of that, and join us while we celebrate the scariest month of the year, Schlocktober, here on World Class Bullshitters. Now, guys, I know we're only 5 days into October, and for guys like Nick and I, it's kind of a weird question to ask, but have you watched any horror movies yet?
Yeah.
Dion, what are you watching up in your neck of the woods?
We're just right now. There's some B-level shit. We turned on. What did we just watch the other day? Horror movie. Fuck! I just had a fucking brain fart.
I love Brain Fart. That's the scary one directed by Roger Corman, right?
Just trust me, it was a good one, dog. It was a good one. Damn sure it wasn't Halloween Kills. I'll tell you that.
I never need to watch that movie again.
No, nobody does. Nobody does. I'm sure in like 3 or 4 years they're going to release them in 4K and nobody's going to buy them. So that's going to happen too.
They're already out on 4K and nobody's buying them, at least on this podcast.
Yeah.
But I've been watching a lot of Friday the 13th because, folks, next Friday the 13th, WCBS is bringing the Drunk Watch Parties back. We have a double feature of Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, and Freddy vs. Jason. Now, this is the 20th anniversary of Freddy vs. Jason, and when WCBS does a Drunk Watch Party, we're going to do it right. But we can't do it alone. We need you guys to help us drink to forget these movies. So, folks, it's our first one of the season, and the better these do, the more we'll do. So come share a drink with us. Let's get wasted and watch some horror movies. And we have a guest this week coming up. We have our friend Josh from the R-Rated Horror Channel, or just the R-Rated Show now. So join us next week for Friday the 13th Part 6 and Freddy vs. Jason. We're going to be drinking, watching the movie, telling I don't know, scary stories, talk about Friday the 13th shit. Pretty much, it's a Friday night to spend with us. Don't go anywhere else. Don't watch anything else. Just watch WCPS this Friday the 13th because we're guaranteed to be your best entertainment here on YouTube. And I'm excited, guys. I've just been pre-watching these things to be ready. I'm a little sad, though, that Friday the 13th Part 6 doesn't have Chip Travolta in it. That's
No.
Damn.
I know, right? I'm bummed out.
He's the best Travolta.
He is. He died over some chocolate bars. But the dude that's my favorite in that movie is Miguel Nunez Jr. These damn enchiladas.
Hell yeah.
Oh God.
Look, Miguel Nunez Jr. is like low-key one of my favorite actors. Just because like he's always in stuff that I enjoy. I'm not saying that the stuff that he's in is good, but he's always in stuff that I enjoy. And he was in an Ernest movie.
He's also in Return of the Living Dead, which is my favorite zombie movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's a good one too.
No, Jeff. If you really want to brush up on your Friday the 13th, watch the Crystal Lake Memories documentary.
Oh, you gave me a copy of that, and that's something I was going to do. Now, I could watch it on the flight to Florida tomorrow, but it's longer than my flight. So,
Yeah, it's like 4.5 hours long. It's a long documentary.
gun to your head, what do you choose? Crystal Lake Memories or the Nightmare on Elm Street equivalent? Never Sleep Again.
Probably Crystal Lake Memories. There's
Corey Feldman.
Not just that. I mean, there's a lot of details I didn't know about while watching that, and I learned so much from watching it, more so than the Nightmare on Elm Street one. Because I mean, like Nightmare on Elm Street's fine, but Jason's my favorite. So yeah,
I'm sure he loves you too, but he'd still kill you.
oh man.
Now, folks, we're going to keep things rolling with our word of the day. We have two recommendations, and we're going to read both of those right now. First off, thank you to Sir Georgian for your very generous super chat. But Space Monkey 0899 was the first one here. Well, no, hold on. Technically, Xavier to God showed up at 710, but Space Monkey showed up first. He says the word of the day is schlock, and then Xavier to God is a man after our own heart because he said the word of the day should be pog or fat-ass white girl. So we knew what POG meant. You did not have to describe or explain what that acronym was. We're all very well versed in POGs. We love them. We've been collecting them since childhood, and now we're trying to collect them as adults. Just a different type of collection. So what do you guys... Let's just do both. So we have like Batman Mask of the Schlock. That's one.
Hot tub schlock machine.
Brenda the Slocks brother.
Clear and present schlock.
Pog's on a plane.
Oh, yes, Pog. We should make that one.
No,
A
we
view to a
shouldn't. Well,
pog.
maybe we should, but I don't know.
The pog is not enough.
The pog is not enough.
But it is such a perfect place to start, Kendo. Smokey and the Pog. I don't know. Or Poggy and the Bandit.
Okay.
I get behind that one. You should all get behind Pogs.
I'm making that my background.
Is Pog season like pumpkin spice season? You know?
I
I'm
mean,
just gonna
that's
say
where
that-
you're going to catch the most of them in the wild, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
they're all lined up at Starbucks.
Dude, yesterday at Jersey Mike's, I saw something that, never mind, I'll tell you off air because this is not the
oh,
appropriate
it's like
place for
that. Oh, it's like that.
It was the best thing I've seen in years. I was like, holy shit. Nick, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have a couple beers and we'll talk about that. Folks, if you want to continue to play the Pog game or Schlock game with us, I like Hot Tub Schlock Machine. That might be my personal favorite title of the night. Keep posting down in the comments below. And while you're down there, hit that thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoy this content and spread the word. Share this so more people can find WCBS as we go live.
Silence of the Pogs.
Ooh, if you're not... Never mind, I'll tell you tomorrow.
Yeah,
But-
but to say, gotta keep it.
I don't want to get demonetized for,
Yeah, I know.
talking about things I'm truly passionate about. It's like Star Wars toys and Pogs. Got it. Luckily, the algorithm doesn't know the difference between Pogs and Pogs.
I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. That's good. That's good.
We're talking about cardboard discs that you slam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slammers were the best part of the Pog. So anyway, folks, what you see here on screen is the creator. Now, Nick and I will talk about this a little more in depth, maybe later, But we had our box office game. And so the box office game last week saw Nick guess 30 million. Our guest, ETEP, he guessed 42 million, and I guessed 35 million. Now, Kendo and Dion, since you weren't here last week, would you care to make a guess for the creators' opening weekend, unless you've already seen it?
I've not seen it.
Okay.
I will say, I'm guessing it's going to come in short at 20.
20 million for Dion. And Kendo?
$1.
$1, Bob. Well, if Kendo had not pulled the old Price is Right maneuver, Dion would have won because the creator opened to a paltry $18 million domestically.
Oh,
It
wow.
is not a hit
Dang.
at all.
That's really rough to hear because that was a good movie.
I enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of people, break it down, talk about anti-American sentiment, and yes, I'm sure it's in there. It is. I watched it. I'm not trying to be ignorant of the fact. But I enjoyed this movie. Was it my favorite movie of the year? No. But it was a damn enjoyable film. John David Washington's a solid actor. Ken Watanabe, I almost call her Gemma Arterton. Gemma Chan, she was good too. But one thing I've seen, one criticism is how predictable it was. And, I mean, that movie was very by the book. But sometimes by the book is nice. It's familiar. It's nice. It's comforting. So, Nick, did you have any favorite parts of that movie?
It's when they're at the checkpoint and they're about to get caught, and that one cop is like, has his flashlight in the car, and the kid's sitting there, and I guess she prays or turns on her EMP, and then like the entire place goes dark, and they have to like rush out. That was one of my favorites. Also, when they get ice cream and the girl taking care of her is like, looks in the bag and there's a bomb and it goes off.
I liked how violent this movie was. I know that's a weird thing to say, but the action really hit, which I liked, because a lot of movies kind of pull away from that stuff. But the robot carnage was cool. It reminded me of what it was like when we were kids, because the censorship in American entertainment was very strict when we were growing up. So to combat that, a lot of shows had robot villains, like the Foot Clan and Ninja Turtles were robots on the show, but they were human ninjas in the books.
Yeah.
So the Ninja Turtles could slice up those robots. Same with Batman the Animated Series when it was the Hardak episode. Batman crushed the shit out of that robot's eyeball. It's popped out. All that crap happened. So this reminded me of that. But, I enjoyed this movie. It was visually interesting. The CGI looked great. You don't need $300 million like a Marvel movie to pull off an entire futuristic setting. And I don't know if I'll buy this movie, but I would definitely watch this movie again.
Nice.
No, yeah, the visuals. I don't know what they did with the CG, but this is definitely done to the same team who did Rogue One and things like that. And for some reason, the way they do it is kind of like Neil Blomkamp, where like it just kind of like it kind of goes with the background. It doesn't stick out, obviously, like we see in some newer Marvel films. It all just fits, and it's weird to see that it's something that's like this, because it has a very small budget. I think the budget I'm reading on Google says 80 million. And usually with a bigger movie, you'll have but it's just like everything fits, and there's no lines, no nothing. Like the way they did it is wonderful. It looks great. It's very believable because of that aspect. It was a wonderful movie. It was I can't say enough about it, man. It was so much fun to watch.
And Denzel's son is a solid actor, man. I didn't really like Tenet, but I've seen him in a handful of other things like Black Klansman, and he's always delivered. So yeah, I will pretty much watch if the movie looks interesting. He will be an addition to the movie. He'll never detract from my interest. So,
yeah, no, he's one of the actors I look for new movies coming out, because I like him as an actor. He's done really well. I did love him in Tenet. Tenet he did really well in, and that's he's one of the ones I'll look for now for new movies. If he's in one, I'll probably go watch it because of that.
I just didn't like Tenet overall. That's of the Nolan films I've seen, I would rank that at the bottom, because I haven't seen Interstellar. I'm sure it's pretentious and I won't like it, but, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Man, 2023 has been a weird year for the box office. It's like anything geared towards us, guys that are going to watch this stuff is not hitting, but anything geared towards Karens is making bank. Did you see that the Taylor Swift movie has $100 million in pre-sales already?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, yeah.
Yep.
That You know what? I'm going to stop everything I'm doing, and I'm going to create a business to sell to middle-aged, middle-income white women, and I'm going to make bank. I just need to come up with a way to mix pumpkin spice, Taylor Swift, cell phones, SUVs, and soccer, and then I'm set for life. Like, it'll be Bill Gates money. And, God, and boys, you're coming with me. We're going straight to the top. We're going to make Briarville a fucking reality, Kendo.
Let's go.
I'm in.
That's the type of world I want to live in, baby. A lot of moms out there need something to cuddle on to this coming winter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're all here. We're available for all the single moms out there. Single moms, WCBS is your podcast for more than just entertainment. We're a listening ear, and we know that's what you want the most.
God damn, Jeff. Jeff's out here trying to. I don't know. Are we gonna make a weird calendar or something? Is that what you're trying to put out, man? What's going on?
Bro, I have new mental clarity, and I'm just ready for the future. The future belongs to WCBS, boys. Get ready. We are. Oh, man. So, thank you, Joseph Bienowicz. That's a plan, too. If all else fails, that's what we got. No, Garth Vader, I am not propagating a scourge on our society. All right, so, guys, this week's movie for our box office game should be The Exorcist. Now, the movie's getting eviscerated. It's got a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. It probably is going to shit the bed, but it doesn't look to be the worst film ever. Then again, I have low standards when it comes to horror. I'll pretty much watch anything once.
Yeah, that's horror.
So let's guess the box office. Let me write down the notes. Dion, since you're here to lend a nice warm arm for these white women, what is your Exorcist guess, since Linda Blair's an old white woman now?
Yep. Linda Blair's always going to be give me positive sensations, but I'm gonna say because I just watched the trailer again last night. I'm gonna say it does 15.
You guess $15 million. Nick, you're the horror filmmaker. What do you think?
I'm guessing 12.
Nick guesses 12. Kendo.
17.
17 million. I'm going to go with $10 million. I'm going to go with the lowest one. I don't think this movie's going to make much money. Nothing seems to be making much money unless you're Taylor Swift these days. So maybe she'll become like... she's probably already a vital part of our economy and we just don't realize it. So expect her in the future to like give speeches about like, you know, tip your waiters and do all this stuff. Taylor Swift's going to be the voice of reason in the future, and I don't like it.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, there is the, what is it, the Thanksgiving slasher movie coming out next month. I thought it was coming out this month, but yeah. Eli Roth finally made it, and it's finally coming out, so hooray.
I want to watch his bowling alley movie. Sign me up for that one.
It's a bowling alley movie.
Yeah, the one from Cabin Fever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to watch a full version of that. I mean, I know the outcome already, but we knew the outcome of the Star Wars prequels, and we all went and saw those anyway, so, you know, what's the difference?
Is that supposed to be the Thanksgiving one?
No, I'm just taking the piss right now. I'm just fucking around, man.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know you got a movie coming out.
Yeah. It was the trailer from the 2007, what was it, Grindhouse, that he did for Thanksgiving. He finally made it. So many years later. 16 years later, I think.
Oh, he won a Grinder Award like you did too?
No, he made a movie called Grindhouse. I won a Grinder because, you know, I'm a good filmmaker.
Huh.
Do you remember when we were at that screening and Eli Roth stared at me like he knew me the whole time, Nick? I was like,
yeah, that was
uncomfortable as
fucking
shit.
weird. We were like, what is it, 2 rows back at the New Beverly, and he said, well, I mean, it was also probably because you were trying to be comfortable in that light, tiny fucking seat, and it just wasn't happening.
True, but I had a great time. I'm glad we went and did that one. But
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good.
It's just like, are you going to say something to me, Eli? Do we know each other from a past life? I've never met you, sir, but I like Cabin Fever.
No, I wish you would have stuck around afterwards and talked to everybody, but that didn't happen. So,
I mean, he had to get up the hill in traffic, man. LA traffic was a nightmare.
oh my God.
Oh, so let me look at the show notes real quick and see if there's anything I need to address before we get rolling into this. Folks, remember, today's episode is brought to you by me, Jeff Hicks, and my graphic novel, Stealing Solo. If you're a Star Wars fan and you like content from that galaxy far, far away, and you like to laugh, well, then Stealing Solo is the comic for you. You can get that at stealingsolo.com. The website's powered by Shopify, and you get their award-winning safety and security. I've been getting reviews in the emails, which is nice, guys. You know, people did the Indiegogo stuff. It's funny, one of the emails I got, the guy's like, I love your book so much, I wish I would have kickstarted it back in the day. It doesn't matter that you didn't. Now you have the book, and thank you, we'll just call you Doctor since you're a doctor. I'm glad you like the book so much. We've been getting lots of reviews, and it's nice. So, folks, if you want to get one of the remaining copies, go to stealingsolo.com. And if you don't know, Stealing Solo answers the greatest what-if question of all time. What if a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake Star Wars in their basement? That and a whole lot more is answered at Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody. Available now from me for a limited time only. So like I said, folks, once we sell this remaining backstock, I will get to work on the sequels. So we're way more than halfway there, which makes me excited. So, you know, when that number happens, I will let everybody know. I will finish up Wokebusters and these other things I have to take care of first, and then we'll be on to the Stealing Solo sequel. So, folks, you know what to do. Now, Kendo, the number one compliment I get out of Stealing Solo is how much people like your character in that book.
Well, then they would like me in real life because that is me.
Now, didn't you say you had a friend that thought you wrote your own stuff because it sounded like you said it?
Yeah, that was my buddy Brandon, the one whose van we procure for the heist. He's like, I let him read it because you sent me the digital copy, and I was like, dude, check it out, it's finally here. And we were sitting there just reading it one day, and he's like, dude, did you write your own stuff? And I'm like, no. He goes, because this is exactly how you talk and your mannerisms and every bit of your behavior. I'm like, well, Jeff got it down good.
Well, I know my subject matter. Now, folks, when you read a copy, let me know what you think of Kendo in the story. He's always you're one of my favorite Wokebusters as well. But I gotta say, Nick, you're kind of coming in as my favorite character because you're kind of like Egon and Spock mixed, and your eyebrows say more than your dialogue at times. So I have so much fun working on the scene where we're at the Portland dinner, the appreciation dinner, and Dion's hitting on the mayor, who happens to be a middle-aged white lady. So art imitates life. But
I love it. I love it.
I do too. Folks, Wokebusters will be here next year. I'll be done this year. It's an epic. It'll be the comic that you've all been waiting for. It'll be the funniest graphic novel you've had in a long time. So be on the lookout for that. And be on the lookout for more information from Wokebusters. I'll be sharing more images, and we have a trailer and other stuff coming up as well. So, if I read Stealing Solo with no pants on, is it sus? Asks Name. I don't care. Just don't send us any pictures. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
We don't care how you read it as long as you're doing it in a legal fashion.
Exactly. All right. So, folks, that is stealingsolo.com. Now, guys, I know you all did... I need a button for that. Now, I know I was the only one here that sat through Ahsoka for the audience, and so I'm not going to bore you guys with a long diatribe about how bad it is or this or that, but I did want to bring up, and this is something I want to bounce off of, especially you, Dion, since you're the other diehard Star Wars fan on this channel, who... Right. Now, did you watch any Clone Wars? Because I watched a lot of... I watched all of it. Contrary to popular belief, just because I didn't love Ahsoka doesn't mean I didn't watch the Clone Wars. Did you watch that show?
Oh yeah, I went the original run, yeah. Then I did watch, which I gotta rewatch. I burned through it so fast, and then the newest stuff, the Disney Plus stuff. So yeah, absolutely.
The Bad Batch.
Yeah, Bad Batch. Thank you. Yep.
That was just fine. The Bad Batch wasn't my favorite.
Okay. Yeah, very, very okay.
I feel like a lot of people got excited by the Bad Batch because it came from the earlier eras of Lucasfilm. And that's fine. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But I have not seen this level of infighting in the Star Wars community since the sequel trilogy came out. It's kind of interesting how you have the same audience that liked the sequel trilogy as the same audience that wants to blindly, feels like the audience that wants to defend Ahsoka, who's going after, oh, you didn't like this, it's because you're old or you didn't watch that. Maybe it's because the show didn't really resonate with as many people as it did, as Clone Wars and other stuff. And a lot of the, how do I want to say this? A lot of reviewers online that aren't just, Star Wars fans aren't liking it either, because thematically it just doesn't really work as a show. Guys, imagine if we're all making our first WCBS movie, or imagine you Stealing Solo, for example. Let's say like the entire book is me complaining about episode 7, and then in the second to last page we kidnap Harrison Ford, and then the next page it ends. That's how Ahsoka felt. It drew out so much, and it didn't world build in an interesting way. It didn't really flesh out the story in a way that we've never seen before. It just dragged its ass like a dog across the carpet. And that was the biggest problem I had, because at the end of the day, I feel like I wasted so much of my time watching this show to have nothing happen. And you have places like, was this New York Times that posted this? No, this was another publication. But they said how, it sets up for something that may or may not come. And I think that's a problem with a lot of these Disney shows. Honestly, it's a lot of problems with anything. Let's take it back to The Amazing Spider-Man. You guys remember that movie. It's set up for sequels that never happened. And now if Ahsoka, this $200+ million series, doesn't get a follow-up and that movie doesn't happen, well, then you've just stranded Ahsoka on a planet and really don't have much going on for it. So, Dion,
Yes.
do you plan on watching Ahsoka?
I do. I mean, I've and I'm only laughing because it's, to your point about, the hardcore Star Wars fans and the new Star Wars fans. So yes, I do plan on watching it. Obviously, I loved the Clone Wars, and I was a huge Ahsoka fan mainly because of the Clone Wars. And also, Hiller and I were kind of laughing about this shit the other night. It's so funny watching for lack of a better name for it, it's so funny watching the want to be topical Star Wars compared to the previous stuff, and even though I know that I am going to watch Ahsoka 100%, I love Rosario Dawson. I think she's one of the most beautiful women on the fucking planet. One of the most talented.
I agree with that.
100%. But you're seeing a Lucasfilm that doesn't know how to write the middle of a story. And it's so funny because, it's you know that Disney Lucasfilm wanted to have a very brand specific, brand identifiable product with Star Wars. And they accomplished that. And it's just so funny how mediocre it is. Now, granted, I have not seen Ahsoka yet. I'm going to be very open when I do see it. But if it's the same as Obi-Wan, if it's the same as Boba Fett, if it's the same as obviously outside of the first season, the more recent seasons of Mandalorian, if it's the same as obviously the sequel trilogy, it all feels the same, not because it's the same universe, but you have this thing where they don't know how to write the middle of a movie or the middle of a show, and even though, I'm going to watch Ahsoka, it's become a chore now because you're not going to get an honest retelling online, because if it's not a bunch of paid trolls, then it's people who are saying it. Like today, newest episode comes out, people are saying that's the greatest lightsaber battle in the whole series. And which is crazy to me. Like, you can't, people who can't objectively watch or review something because it's the greatest of Star Wars in the first week that it's been out. And even, and I've been obviously, I'm not going to lie, I've been watching clips and stuff, to kind of mentally prepare myself. But watch, she turns on the Viro blade and then obviously Ahsoka with the sabers. And it's like watching a Dancing with the Stars retelling of Star Wars, where it's literally just her and the other character going back and forth, just swirling. And then everyone's like, this is the greatest one I've ever seen. It's like, guys, like it is pretty funny to me. So yes, long way of answering your question. I do plan on watching it, and I do prepare myself for the Disney brand of, hey, we don't have a middle of a series.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the point about how everyone says it's the greatest thing. I hate that about internet mentality. The internet culture really has ruined what quality is because everybody jumps on the newest thing as the best thing. Now, I believe we all deep down want the best things to keep coming out. We want advancements. We want the new things to be better than the old. It's not always an emotional attachment. It's not always nostalgia. It's not always being old for the reason why you like the classic things. For example, just weird example, but like, we all collect figures and merchandise and stuff. Some of the stuff that's coming out now is the best version of things I've ever seen. Like this rock figure I got in the mail. Best rock figure ever. Did it come out when I was a kid? No. Am I nostalgic for the old one? And when you got something that looks photorealistic and it beats it in every way, I'm on board to call this the best of something because it truly beats it in every metric. But with film and entertainment, yes, of course, that's subjective. But Lightsaber Duel has been downgraded. It used to be an emotional ending to a story. What connection did Ahsoka and Morgan Elsbeth have? Not much of one. They were two characters that interacted in the other series, and now she gets freed and blah, 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 and stuff happens. I don't like how everyone on Twitter jumps to, ooh, you're a hater if you don't like the newest thing. Sometimes the best stuff does come from the past. And in my book, the Empire Strikes Back lightsaber duel is still the best one because of the emotional weight it carries. It's not about the flips and the flash and the pizzazz. It's about what the duel means. Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader in the original film is not boring and stupid. If you have no attention span, it probably is. But it's a story of two guys reuniting supposedly for the first time in 20 years after a horrific accident took away his arms, his legs, and his skin. But it's not about flashy effects. It's about holding someone off while the others can escape and then ultimately sacrificing yourself. That's the fun part. You can debate, did Darth Vader really beat him? Did Obi-Wan sacrifice himself? There's stuff to talk about. Nowadays, people just go, oh, that was cool, that was hot, that was crazy, that's the best one yet. And then they get a bunch of positive reactions from people on social media, and people look at that as the general consensus. But numbers don't lie. You have to look at, what's this going to reach? How is this going to play in the future? And I don't think that Ahsoka lightsaber duel and the series of Ahsoka itself is going to be remembered as the best Star Wars anything. It was serviceable. I've seen worse, much worse. But at the end of the day, it's just fine. And it's fine enough in 2023. Don't we need a little more than just fine?
Oh, of course. And I think with entertainment like this, especially when it's like Disney and they're doing their like diversity bullshit, like every giant Hollywood production studio, everybody flocks to it, and it's like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. Oh, she's a woman of color playing this this alien creature in this wonderful space opera. It's like, that doesn't mean shit. That's just a word salad. It doesn't mean shit. Is it good? Is it compelling? Do I feel something when I watch it? or is it or do you just like it because of those attributes? That seems to be the low ball checklist for movies now. It's like, does it have a person of color? Is a woman directing it? Is a person in a wheelchair doing sound for it? Like, those are the check marks now for a movie that all these critics seem to look for. And then they'll write 2-page or full or 3-page articles about how good it is and diverse and this, that, and the other, and that's the metric now. No longer do things have to be meaningful or good or character driven or anything like that. They just have to like meet shitty check marks, and that I fucking hate that.
I do too. It trivializes everything else. It's gonna lead to a bunch of just techno crap that we're not gonna buy. All these things will get releases, they'll sit around. If they don't get physical releases, they'll just sit on streaming forever where people won't watch them. And then maybe one day they'll be taken down because it's more valuable to take it off of a streaming service than it is to keep on there. Kind of like Willow. And Willow had that same problem you just addressed, Nick. Did it check off the boxes? Did it have those metrics? I guess the people in Hollywood want to feel better about themselves. Or a lot of people talk about the ESG scores and what those represent. And, somebody's funding this crap, and it ain't hitting too hot. So, at the end of the day, the audience loses. And that's the part that I'm pissed off about.
Well, I mean, to that point, and that's the thing too, right? So, they're not doing it to feel good about themselves, right? They think that this is a selling point. So, without, going down that diatribe, the thing about Ahsoka that's so funny, without even watching it is, when you see someone critique, well, it's always under the guise when someone is responding to a critique, as you pointed out earlier, was, oh, well, you're a hater, or, you're just one of those toxic Star Wars fans. It's like, so did you even read what the person said? And again, this is on Twitter, right? So Twitter or Reddit or whatever, so it all depends. But, every defender, especially the hardcore sequel fans, in the comment sections, for the ones that are actually real, they're not accounts that have only been around for 6 months or whatever and conveniently only talk about Star Wars stuff. But when it's, oh, well, the toxic fans are just so blah, 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 blah. Hold up. What do you think about what I said about the movie? None of those responses directly reply to the critique. Right? So anyone that's a hardcore defender of Ahsoka and the sequel trilogies, they're not objectively talking about the movie. They're coming in automatically to defend it. So why are you feel like you have to do that? Well, it's all the racist fans, blah, 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 blah. Hold up. You think they just are spending money to watch? Because this shit's on Disney Plus. So, and I'm not saying they're not pirating the shit either, but, so are all the racist fans that complain about it paying to watch it? Okay, maybe that's not it. Okay, well, are you saying that, well, they just don't like the new stuff? Well, how do you know? If you haven't talked to anyone who dislikes it and you have no idea what the critique is, how the fuck do you know if they just don't like the new ones? And then the other thing is, there's everyone that defends it, at least online, from the guy who hasn't seen it yet. There's not even a second consideration. Well, maybe that's just not that good. They're talking about the character and she's doing that and this and everything. So they're focusing on Thrawn for the whole fucking time. So we can't say, hey, maybe a character who wasn't in this era of Star Wars shoehorned in is indicative of the show not being put together well. No. You hate the show. You're just mad about blah 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 blah. Think about what I just said to you. They never do that, and obviously to the whole thing, this is all, the whole diversity thing, again, like, listen, we all get it, but it's not to make themselves feel better. It's a selling point. And it no one brings that up going into promoting a movie unless they think that's why you're going to pay money to see it. If it was a morality thing, they'd wait till it come out. No, you hear about this shit before the movie even comes out. So it's a selling point. And if you feel bad for people like Rosario Dawson, obviously she's gonna get paid being in the Star Wars thing, hopefully, with everything going on. But it's just this weird automatic need to defend it without even trying to have a conversation about the shit, it's really bad on Twitter and Reddit. Well, anytime someone says, oh, well, sequel Star Wars. Well, you're just saying blah, 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 blah. Take a second to process my point before you react to it. And then there was the meme that went out where it's the picture of Hayden Christensen, Daisy Ridley, and the dude that played Jar Jar, and it's like, oh, well, these people, they all these actors to come back and do it, because the fans were so bad, blah, blah. It's like, guys, for a second, I agree that fans can be mad, but you have to take into account, was it bad? Was it bad? And, Ahsoka fans refuse to even acknowledge the possibility, and that's why they look so silly. That's why the shit does bad. Even if you're right, you convince other people not to watch it, which we know is the case because Disney Plus is struggling. They just revamped the Hulu deal where it's just Disney Plus and Hulu. If you're right, they don't have to do that. If Bingo. You guys are right, Disney Plus is successful. It's selling gangbusters, but it's not. So at some point, defenders have to stop and think, maybe we're wrong. And that's what's just so goddamn funny about it. Because I'm still going to watch. I'm a Star Wars fan. But guys, you have to admit, using plot points or pick and choosing points of Star Wars, especially when it's a dated premise that's not going to work in the future. You have to be objective. Maybe it's just not as good as you think it is. Fuck.
And
Well, people. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Nick.
and it's hard for people. I don't know why it's hard for people to to mentally make that, to make the connection, being like, I think some of them are like, oh, because it's Star Wars, it's good, and like that's not a good thing to think. I think it's good to be objective about your entertainment, especially if it's something like Star Wars from when it's been bought by somebody else and they're screwing it up. Like it's good to be like, well, this isn't that good, and if the last few shows I've watched from Star Wars, about Star Wars from Disney, are not that good, then the next few are not going to be good either. And so that's kind of what I think what people need to be critical about the entertainment, because like you're spending your own time watching this, you'll never get that time back. So you want it to be good, you want it to be entertaining, you want it to be worth your time. And also, I love that Dion said, oh, the racists or bigots or whatever are going to go watch these movies. I had a mental thought of like them calling each like a couple of guys calling us like, oh, I hate this movie. Oh, let's go watch it so we can review bomb it tomorrow morning on Rotten Tomatoes. Like that's their whole like. They have a Facebook group set up and everything. They're messaging each other. It's like, we're gonna go watch a movie Thursday at 3 p.m. and then we're gonna write reviews about it for Friday.
Exactly.
Like that's their whole. Like
you're just hating on it. Like it can't be. That works for one thing. That's like the Barbie movie. Like that was kind of the joke, right? Was that so many people hated it and a lot of people went and saw it, but somehow Star Wars is immune to that. Like oh man, all these trolls and the racist fans, they're talking about the movie. Like, are you insinuating that not only are they racist and trolls, but they have such a control on the people who aren't racist and trolls that they didn't go and see the thing, or they didn't go and get Disney Plus? Like, come on! Like they don't all have walkie-talkies and text each other. Yeah, man, let's get this going. If it's as good as you say it is, this wouldn't be a factor. Like, guys, come on, fuck.
They use smoke signals. Come on, bro.
Right? Yeah, man.
Smoke signals.
I'm offended.
Filled with the fuel of hate.
Yeah, their literal hatred fuels the fires that. Whatever. I don't fucking care to bring that up. I think a lot of this, it just feels like a very like generational fight. It's, oh, you guys are old and we don't like your version of Star Wars. If that's your argument and you're like dumping on something because it's old, just stay off social media and don't comment on shit. Like, you can't call something the best if you're not going to watch the old version or any version. It's like, I've only seen Ahsoka, it's the best. That's true because it's the only thing you've seen, so you can't really compare it, so you can just say you like it. And one thing I hate is how everyone's trying to like, oh, we gotta go back and be nice to Hayden Christensen or this actor or that actor. It's like, maybe he's better now, but he wasn't good in 2002. And I'm so tired of this bullshit. Oh, we have to go back and forgive, and we have to apologize to Ahmed Best. For what? What did I do? I was a 10-year-old kid. I hated that shit. Did I do something to him? No. So I don't have to sit and apologize or rewatch it or reassess. He's still the lamest part of that fucking movie. Same with Hayden Christensen. Hell, where's Jake Lloyd in all this? That guy actually had real issues and a mental breakdown, but nobody worries about him because why? I don't know. But
I don't care. That's why.
I'm just saying, though, but if you're going to, we have to worry about Daisy Ridley, something could happen to her. No, she's fucking fine. Like, Star Wars fans are weird. And we're in this fucking category, so we're just talking shit about our own people. It's not like we're going, making fun of other fandoms. We can easily.
Well, and the thing that people online always do is like, that's two separate conversations. Don't get me wrong. Like, the people that jumped on, I'm at best for sure. Jake Lloyd, obviously for some reason, like you said, obviously because homeboy, went to jail a couple times. All of a sudden, we ain't gonna talk about all that shit, right? The actual consequences of being famous and being a kid, no, but and again, and I'm not saying what happened to Mr. Best wasn't a bad thing. Like, that's awful, right? It's absolutely awful, right? But that's a separate conversation to the movie being bad. Like, that's the difference. Hardcore Star Wars fans weren't saying that, man, episode 1 was just really good, you didn't understand it. If you have to use the you don't understand it defense, that means it's actually not that fucking good. They want to have two separate conversations at the same time. Oh man, Daisy Ridley and Kelly Marie Tran, they jumped all over her. Okay. Is the movie good? We can have two things can be true. Fans, the asshole fans, get way too assholish, way too fast. I can agree with that. That doesn't retroactively make the movie okay. I mean, for God's sakes, yes, Kelly Marie Tran. People jumped on it was the boss for Daisy Ridley, and yeah, that sucked, man, that sucked. But there's literally no middle to that to the Last Jedi. There's no middle to that movie. How the fuck does her being made fun of and attacked online, that doesn't make the middle of the movie work? It's two separate things. The same shit with Ahsoka. Again, I have to watch it. It's a grain of salt. Yes, I get it. Like, new stuff. And, there are moments where fans, and yes, Ian McGregor went on some fucking diatribe when Obi-Wan came out. That doesn't make the middle of the show work. The middle of Obi-Wan drug on. You had a character in Raven who didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Even after watching the movie, she didn't do anything. That's crazy for a Star Wars show. That's crazy for a Star Wars movie. We can have that conversation until we're blue in the face, internet. But you have to admit that the new stuff all feels the same, and it suffers from the same issue. There is no middle. Hurt feelings don't make the movie better. Yes. And what damn sure isn't going to make Trolls stop is making middling bullshit. And if we were wrong, Rian Johnson would have his trilogy. If we were wrong, Disney Plus would be making bank right now. Not having to use bundling deals with Hulu and ESPN Plus. If we were wrong, The Rise of Skywalker wouldn't have been so fucking bad. That had nothing to do with Trolls. Period.
Yeah, Trolls are the lamest excuse. You can't really pull that anymore. It worked back in the day, as in 2017, where people were like, "Oh, this is horrible." Well, people are savvy, and have you ever noticed it's always the same excuse? It's like, "Oh no, the Trolls are review bombing this movie." Yeah. Every fucking time. Look, I get it. People on the internet have nothing to do. That's why TikTok exists. But there are other things out there, and there are other reasons why these movies don't perform the way they're supposed to. Right. It's because they don't, one, market them, or two, they kind of suck. So it is what it is, man. And what it is right now is it's very interesting to watch the Star Wars fandom tear itself apart. And I don't think it's the Ahsoka fans that are on the right side of history here. It's like, watch the show objectively. I watched every episode of Clone Wars. I understand the show. It doesn't make it thematically good. I guess people can understand the difference between a quality show and a lot of callbacks. If you like a lot of callbacks, go watch The Force Awakens. Or just watch the old Star Wars, because all that is a callback to that fucking movie. So, yeah.
No, and Dion's right. You guys are right. Yeah, Disney's losing money hand over fist, and it's hilarious to see. And Iger's just trying to put out fires all the time and things like that. The funny thing I heard recently that they're being nickel and dime assholes with is that apparently at the parks now, they no longer, like, if you have a hotel reservation, at one of the hotels for Disney, they will no longer give you a free shuttle from the airport to the hotel. You have to go into the app, figure out your time and date you're going to land, and pay for it that way.
That's shitty.
Yeah, no longer. Yeah, so they're just nickel and diming the fuck out of you. Even then, I heard that they're lowering prices for kids or something for the last bit of October or something. It was weird. I'm like, that's an odd thing to do,
because that's not in the middle of the school year when there's going to be plenty of kids available to go to fucking Disney.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to do. Like, why not do it in June or something? But whatever.
No, because then more people would take them up on the offer. That's the thing.
Okay, yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. Their whole system is incredibly fucked all over the place.
Nick, aren't you excited to go to Florida and not go to Disney?
Oh my God, so much so.
Yeah,
so much so.
I don't ever need to go back to Disneyland or Disney World or Disney anything. I actually never been to Disneyland myself, so it is what it is.
I think I went a few times as a kid, and that was enough. I'm like, okay, I'm done now. I never need to go back. Plus, I just had way more fun at Universal. Just way more fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a theme park for everybody, not just children, their parents, and people who never grew up. And I'm one of the people that doesn't want to grow up in other ways, but it's like the Disney adults are kind of weird.
Dude, they have like no kids days now at Disney.
I still wouldn't go to the park because I would.
Oh no, I'm saying it because it's fucking weird. Because that park, as far back as I can remember, it's always been for kids and families. And to now, because some of the people chose not to have kids and be alone for the rest of their lives, and die in their houses shitting themselves, they get a whole day or a couple days to themselves. Like that's terrible. And also, if you're wasting your money that way, why? Do something smart with it. Invest it. Put it somewhere else. I don't know.
Nick, it's not like they have anything to leave for their kids, so they're gonna blow it at Walt Disney World.
Oh, God, it's so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid.
Yeah, you're not gonna hear any argument from me. Is there anything else you guys want to say? Dion, I know you haven't watched Ahsoka, but when you do watch it, let me know, and you and I should have a sit down. We'll put it on Patreon and for our members, and Absolutely. We'll do a sit down where we talk about it and we go deep into Star Wars lore and have fun with that and lament where Star Wars currently is.
Hell yeah, man! Especially with the weather getting shitty up here, man. I'm gonna have plenty of time to catch up on my summer mediocre entertainment.
It's been a summer of mediocre entertainment. It's been really bad this year. Everything from Indy to The Flash to there's just so much crap that is forgettable. Yep. Even the creator that I enjoyed, I haven't thought about that until today again. So,
I mean, I think the only good thing this summer was Oppenheimer.
Yep, I agree. I thought Oppenheimer was legit.
Yeah,
but if you say that, you're a angry white guy on the internet. Have you seen that new meme where it's like it's a guy on one picture and a woman on the other? He's like, if you know me so well, what's my favorite movie? She goes, you're white, so it's probably Star Wars, The Godfather, or Shawshank Redemption. I'm like, that's fucked up and weird.
Why those three? And also, if somebody likes those movies, what's the fucking problem?
Well, because the Barbie movie propagated that whole all white guys like The Godfather thing. It's like,
and
I don't. Yeah, it's like I don't get it. I mean,
if it's a good movie and we like it, sorry.
Yeah, only a quarter of this podcast is white, and we all like The Godfather, so argument's kind of invalid. Like, I don't like this whole racial division shit. It's like 30 years ago, we all had the idea. It's like, hey, we're all the same. Let's get along. Let's have a good time. Let's talk about shit and share the similarities. Everything today is now, oh, you're this, that means you must like that, and blah, blah, blah. And it's all about tearing people apart. It's shitty. Society's ugly.
Yeah, no, there's division everywhere, and that's the problem. It's stupid. It's all over trivial bullshit too. It's terrible.
Yeah,
well, it clicks, man. It gets clicks. I mean, obviously, we're still seeing fallout from that. A lot of publications getting sued for following up on a lot of bullshit. A lot of great documentaries coming out with a lot of that bullshit. But division, it gets clicks, or at least a lot of these shitty publications think so. So as long as they've got a way to profit off that shit, they're gonna keep doing it. Especially when you've got, when you have fucking studios like a Disney, that as long as they think this shit's gonna sell, even though obviously it's not, and DC and some people are having to pivot to make up for all this shit, but if they think they're gonna make money off of it, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep putting that shit out here. They're gonna keep, oh, this is the fastest movie to $10 million with a black midget in it. They're gonna keep putting that shit out there.
Yeah, they're gonna keep moving that goalpost and making other like participation awards in that vein to kind of keep propping themselves up all the time. I mean, they did it with Halloween 2018. Remember, it was like, best horror movie in release of September 15th in 2018 with a white woman over the age of 55. Horror thing Like there were so many like goalposts in that fucking headline they had. I was like, what's going on here? What the fuck? It's terrible.
Dude, I can't wait for them to try that shit again because we'll always be there to make fun of it. Like, the Taylor Swift movie is the highest grossing film concert movie starring a white girl who wears silver dresses and has an audience of Karens. Like, they're going to put that on a newspaper article next. Well, one of these websites, as you say, Dion. And eventually I hope somebody calls them on their shit and there's enough of a impact to stop, because it's not just people. How do I want to say it? People's interactions on social media influence their human everyday interactions, and it gets more difficult to interact with people. Like, it's definitely
and
that's what's tearing us apart.
No, it is, and it is social media, because you have to think that like anybody who uses any of that stuff, all of those videos or whatever you look at, especially videos on TikTok and Instagram, get curated to what you watch constantly. So we're all in our own little bubble of what we think the world is, and that's the problem.
Well said.
Yeah.
So, anything else you guys want to say about Ahsoka or society in general as we move towards our next topic, which is actually going to be a fun one. We're not going to spend too much time lamenting what's next, but anything else you guys want to say?
Free throw.
No.
All right. Well,
I was on the fence about watching Ahsoka. No, I wasn't. I wasn't going to watch that.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. Hopefully, Dion, you're not that excited for Thrawn. Now, you like the character, right?
Hell yeah.
You won't like him in this show.
Yeah. Dion has always been very vocal about wanting Thrawn and wanting a Thrawn show on the podcast. So yeah, I mean, from what you've seen, Jeff, it seems like they didn't do it right. So that's not a good sign.
Damn.
Wouldn't you?
Did he at least do the thing about like figuring out about a civilization through their art?
I don't believe that popped up. The thing, without ruining the show for you, which I can't ruin it for you, bro, he's barely in the thing. Like, he doesn't show up till the end.
Wow.
Like, seriously, of the 8 episodes, I believe 6 are without Thrawn, and then he's in the episodes for just a few minutes. And that's all I'll tell you, because I know you don't care about spoilers.
But what's the point? Like, how can you see that, right? You're defending Ahsoka. Like, I get the blind need to defend her, right? Because you want to be with what's popular. You want to be able to say, hey, I liked it when it first came out. I get all that. But we all saw her ass that in The Mandalorian. Like, how can you not understand people being pissed at Lucasfilm? Like, honestly, anyone that happens to be listening that isn't, a vocal fan, I ain't going to jump on you if you say it in the chat. But honestly, we all saw Mandalorian came out a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago. And it was fucking the closest thing they had to a white hot over moment in the whole series since The Mandalorian came out. And you wait 6 episodes, bitch. Like, that's like Halloween ends and Michael Myers didn't show up till 40 minutes into the fucking movie.
Yeah, it's exactly a Halloween end situation.
People are mad. Grand Admiral Thrawn, for those who don't know, which I know you don't know, right? Because a lot of the sequel fans aren't the greatest readers, and sure as shit don't read a lot of novels that don't have some bullshit on the cover. So I'm gonna give you
that aren't Twilight.
But Grand Admiral Thrawn was literally one of the greatest minds tactical minds in the galaxy. How is it not an awesome idea to have a runaway Jedi who's a bad bitch going head to head with one of the greatest minds in the universe for 8 episodes? How do you not do that? That writes itself. You can't get pissed at us for being pissed at Lucasfilm. That's so stupid. Oh, that's so stupid. 6 episodes.
They spend 3 episodes on this fucking platform because, like all great Disney Star Wars, it's about a fucking map. So the beginning of the show is about a fucking map.
Wait, so hold on. They just keep copying the format for the first 3 Star Wars movies all the goddamn time is what you're saying.
Yes. This is about a fucking map.
God.
they got to find this map because if they find the map, they can find Thrawn and Ezra. And then they go to this platform that they can read the map, and they spend like 3 episodes on this fucking platform. And then Ahsoka falls into this water, and she has like a force vision where she's stuck in this like world between worlds, and she has an episode with Anakin, and it's like it was so pointless. It's like if a show could jerk itself off, that was Ahsoka. It was fucking pounding its meat for fucking the last 8 weeks. They're like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're the best at it. You're doing it to yourself. No wonder you enjoy it so much. So that's what the show was, man. Like, be prepared. Get fucked up to watch Ahsoka, because you're going to need something that's going to help you make the time go quick. You will not want to sit around. Like, this isn't something that you can share with the boys and Hildar and Diane, and everyone's going to sit around and go, oh, all right, Dad, Uncle Dion, we're going to watch Star Wars Ahsoka together. Man, those kids will be so bored so fast because they don't give a shit about this thing. It's like, here's the argument that people don't realize, too. You want to say it's only old guys that don't like Ahsoka? Clone Wars ended and Rebels started a decade ago. Your kids, we'll just use them as an example, they weren't even around when that shit was at their peak. And they're not going to sit around and watch Disney Plus all day because they got other shit they're into, like anime and Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario and all this other crap that kids actually like today. So to try to sit and tell me that this young generation is going to love Ahsoka, no, it's for like 22-year-olds. It's a weird like demographic, and these kids aren't going to know these characters.
Like Star Wars that much, apparently.
No.
Like how like at some point they got to understand why we are pissed. Like you got to. Like you got to.
No, they don't want to. They don't want to understand it because we're all we're all dudes. That's why, and we're wrong. That's really what it boils down to.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
so
like, oh, you're old and you're men, and you want things, back to the old way where things weren't that good. It's like, listen, the 3 OG movies, the Holy Trinity, were the best. Okay, that's where it started, and it should have fucking ended there.
Yeah, quit trying to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly. Thank you, Kendo. Thank you.
Especially when you're doing it like a retard. Cancel me.
It's not like we're willing to spend money on this shit if it's good, but no. Listen to the people on the internet that don't buy anything. Like, sitting on your phone is fine if that's what you're into, but sitting on your phone isn't the same as, I'm going to go see this movie. You just want to... Like, today, what a lot of people do is they watch YouTube videos about movies just to have a conversation about the movie, but they don't put in the time or the money to go see the film.
Or even worse, they read the Wikipedia.
Yep.
Yeah, like, if you're out there reading a Wikipedia and then you're going to tell me that you're an expert on any film, fuck off. You do not know the movie. It's like, I've never seen The Godfather, but I read the wiki. That's great. You read the wiki. Did you read the novel? No, I read the wiki. It doesn't mean shit.
I read the Cliff Notes.
Was that enough to get you by in high school? I mean, if you were... Some teachers were stupid. Of course you could get through by reading the Cliff Notes.
Oh, I can assure you that there's a lot of dumb teachers. Okay.
Yeah.
I experience this most of the time whenever there's meetings. But also another life hack, most teachers are really busy and they'll just give you points for just turning the shit in.
Well, I don't know if our audience is still in school. If you're in school and need school hacking advice...
I'm fairly certain that's how college works too. Because...
Oh, dude, college is a joke. And we went and graduated and all this shit.
I've definitely put some mid efforts into college, and even in grad school. I'm not even gonna lie. There's been times where I've just like thrown shit together at the last minute.
Oh yeah.
But then you'll see that your grades haven't been updated for like 3 weeks, and then suddenly they all get updated in one day, and like 20 of your assignments are graded, and you get all A's on all of them. It's like, yeah, they just fucking. Is it here? Great, done. Here's your grade. You paid us, didn't you? Okay, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, you could definitely buy your way through a degree. That's kind of fucked up in the conversation for another time, but, you know. Yeah, WCBS is here to fix all the world's problems every Thursday night.
Right. That's right.
We got life advice. We'll give you all sorts of advice, just not financial advice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued. That's why this is the shinning.
Just turn all your money to cash and put it in a mattress. That's the safest thing you can do.
Yeah, we can give that financial advice because people aren't losing anything. Well, what are you going to lose some interest rate on your savings account? What interest rate? Oh, have you seen the stock market lately? Yeah, it fucking is bleeding out all over the pavement. Just fucking try not to buy anything.
Is it pulling a Bud Dwyer?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The economy's trying to pull a Bud Dwyer. The stock market, though, just there's not exactly any safe bets anymore.
My local news was like, yeah, you should go out and buy a house no matter what.
No.
I'm like, what the I literally went, what the fuck, when I watched the local news.
You are
like,
getting
come on
7 or
now.
8% interest right now on houses. Do not buy houses.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. I'm saving my cash.
Buy gold.
So
gold never goes down in value.
Let's just let's take a little trip to Fort Knox.
It actually is. I've been tracking it for like 2 weeks and it's been going down.
Okay, but is it ever going to be worth nothing?
That's 100% true. It will never be worth nothing.
Shut the fuck up.
Nick, I have some good news. I heard from a financial advisor that one day Lego will be more valuable than gold, and you are going to be rich. So,
oh well, one day I'll dump all those sets on eBay. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you
I'm waiting for Stranger Things to start so I can dump that set on eBay.
You can buy Briarville.
That is the dream.
That is the dream.
Folks, if you want to learn about Briarville, well then join us and let's grow WCBS together, because we have a lot of great ideas for 2024, and you're going to love all of them, because we are the epitome of pop culture. We're here to entertain you soon, more than just Thursday nights. So, folks, you know what to do. Follow us on social media, hit that thumbs up button, and let's get these numbers up. We want 45,000 people watching us live each and every week. So, now, guys, I'm not going to go into a long diatribe about Loki. I really don't want to complain about Disney and Marvel. I want, more stuff to come from this show. What I wanted to bring this up is Loki has just dropped. It's live. It's currently in the algorithm. Apparently, this show sucks for some of the dumbest reasons possible. Now, I don't really follow every review as scripture, but I've tended to notice that a website like IGN always praises Disney stuff for the weirdest reasons. They'll love She-Hulk, they'll love Miss Marvel, they'll love Captain Marvel, they'll love Black Panther 2, for the obvious reasons that we all roll our eyes over, no matter the quality of the show. But now Loki, a show that was all about shipping and self-love and Loki being a pansexual or whatever kind of bullshit they want to put on these characters, it's getting pretty middling to bad reviews. So far, the first couple episodes got a 5 out of 10, which I'm surprised that a website like this is actually going to, talk about a show that way. Normally, like I said, they blindly praise it because of the themes from that, which I think that's more damaging than review bombing, because you give something a pass just because it has the right ideas that line up with your personal politics and not necessarily the quality of the show. If you want people to have an expanded mind and, give these ideas a chance, make something so good that they can't avoid it. But if you make a show all about just the views and ideals, and people are like, no thank you, you're kind of defeating your purpose. So, did anyone here watch Loki Season 1? Dion, you're the biggest Marvel fan outside of me. Did you watch it?
I did. I admittedly so. I skipped a couple in the middle, but yes, I did watch Loki. Yep.
Are you interested in Season 2?
I mean, I am. I mean, it's one of the few Marvel shows that I am interested in. Obviously, ever since She-Hulk, though, I'm a lot less likely to watch it as they're released or as they're live. But yeah, I do want to watch this one. That's why, even so, the time travel thing, I was like, fuck, they're doing that again. I don't know about that, but yeah, I'll say for now at least, I'm interested in watching Loki.
I didn't dislike the first season. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it at all. And it was interesting. The very last moment where it's like, oh, they're in an alternate reality or the other dimension, I thought it was a cool twist, and it made me want to watch more. But I'm just kind of over superheroes in general. Like, I don't even like watching good superhero content. I'm just kind of over the idea, because yes, we've been oversaturated. No, I'm not, trying to kiss up to Martin Scorsese. I don't take the pleasure in it anymore. Part of my interest in it was because it was not because it was trendy and new, but it was an ever-evolving the superhero movie felt like the superhero comic book, where after enough time, a new chapter in the story came out that led to something bigger, payoff, and then we continue that on. They haven't been able to continue it in, 4 years? And I, for one, am just okay if they never come back, if they don't really do too much more. I know some people out there hungry for Avengers Secret War. They're hungry for Deadpool 3. I'm full. I'm just ready to take a nap, give me my after dinner mint, I'll go watch whatever's out. But superhero movies, I don't know, man. How are you feeling about it?
I mean, I'm still on board. I'm just a lot less tolerant of, quickly put together mediocre shit. I mean, I'm still, I liked Loki. I won't say that I loved it, and yeah, I am excited to see. I shouldn't say excited. I do want to see, Avengers Secret War. I do want to see the next big phase, but it's been so mediocre to bad, with the exception of one or two projects here and there, where it's very clear they're in the quantity form over the quality form. So yeah, I'm still gonna watch. Obviously, some a lot faster than others. But yeah, I love superheroes. I love comic books, so I'm still gonna watch. But it's the same thing with Star Wars. It's funny that it's the same fucking company, but you can tell when the name of the game is get it in theaters and get it done, as opposed to make sure it's good, and it's so obvious now, and especially with the shit coming up where you see that now they're starting to fold into image rebuilding, right? So it's, the shit with Captain Marvel, well, we're going to add the other two Marvels in it, and we're going to make it, a team-up movie, you know what I'm saying? Or, hey, Quantumania, yeah, it's going to have you love Ant-Man, but we're going to put a lot of extra bullshit in Quantumania with Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's just, I'm not tired of it, but I'm tired of the lack of effort. That's the thing that's making, obviously with the Flash, hey, we have a great concept, but again, we don't want it to be good. We want it to be topical. We want to reference what's going on now, and it's just done, and it's just still love comic book movies, but damn, man, it's getting a lot harder for them to hide the bullshit.
Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting to have our discussions moving forward with a lot of this stuff, because the audience now knows where I'm coming from, where you're coming from, and when we suffer through some of these things together, they'll know why we feel the way we do.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll make them laugh. Shit.
It always does. Everyone always says they enjoy their time here on WCBS, but no one enjoys it more than we do. But folks, we'd just like one more thing. Hit that thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoy this content. It's quick, painless, and it doesn't cost a dime. And the interest rates won't go up on clicking like. And that's what I've heard so far, so. Could you imagine if YouTube started to charge for likes? That'd be the worst.
Listen, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly.
Past them.
Yeah, wouldn't put it past any of these things. I mean, hell, Disney Plus is going to start cracking down on passwords here soon. So,
I think I'm going to crack down on my Disney Plus subscription and just not have it.
That sounds good. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, because they upped the price and now they're doing the whole password thing. Yeah, man, it's getting weird. Like they're trying to follow Netflix's stuff, like exactly, and I don't think it's gonna work out for them.
What I plan on doing, like I did yesterday, is I'm just gonna start buying more physical stuff. I got the Twilight Zone box set the other day from Amazon, and when I get everything that I want off of Paramount Plus, that's gonna be the first streaming service to go.
Yeah,
and then Netflix, and I think I'll keep Hulu for a short while because they still have King of the Hill, and that's kind of hard to find in the quality they have there. So once we can get that released in HD, I'll buy that and say goodbye to Hulu as well. Except when Only Murders in the Building comes back, because that show is great. If you haven't watched it, give it a watch. Have you watched it, Dion?
Yep, I watched season 1. Hillary and I got to catch up on 2, and obviously now 3's coming out. So
No, 3 just ended.
Oh shit! Yeah, I got
it was fucking good too.
Is that the one with Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selma Gomez?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I've heard good things. I need to check it out. So
It's funny, and it seems like it's going to be like old man humor, but it's basically like an R-rated comedy. It's fucking hilarious. So
all right, that's good. That's good.
yeah, we'll talk more about it tomorrow in Florida, Nick.
Sounds good, man.
Now, guys, we like to celebrate some anniversaries, and I know we talk about, on this day all the time, but did you realize, and Dion, this one's going to hit home for us because we're the right age. 30 years ago today, Jason David Frank first appeared on Power Rangers as the Green Ranger.
Damn.
30 years ago? Jeez.
October 5th, 1993, the Green Ranger debuted, man.
Oh, my God.
Is he still your favorite Ranger?
Yeah, for sure. Hands down. Hands down.
He's the fucking coolest. He was the coolest. R.I.P. Jason David Frank.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He was-
I got to
he was awesome.
got to meet him a couple times at some conventions. Super nice guy. Super nice guy.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just can't believe it's been 30 years. I remember when Power Rangers first came on, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing ever. I need all the toys." And,
Yeah, I remember always being like always hating school because I was like, God, I want to go home and watch Power Rangers.
Dude,
I was
that
lucky
shit
where I lived. Power Rangers came on at 7 a.m. and 4 o'clock, so I could always catch both episodes.
Nice.
Because I lived on the same street as my school, and so if we left at 7:30, I'd still be on time for school at 8. So Power Rangers was pretty much life to me at that age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So fucking good. Green with Envy. The Green with Envy, I think, were the episodes where he was fucking with the Rangers and
Oh, the first one's Green with Evil?
Yep. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, when I first moved back, I ended up watching the Japanese versions, and the Japanese version is very interesting. I still prefer the American stuff for the nostalgia's sake, but it's solid. If you haven't watched it, folks, check it out. Now, before we do other stuff, I just want to ask you guys one thing. Have you seen those damn Kevin James memes? And, do you know what they're about? Because
No,
Yes.
no, I have no
Yeah.
idea what they're about. I usually
do.
I was like, what the hell's going on? Why is he all of a sudden like?
Could
Popping
you
off.
explain it, Kendo? Because I keep seeing that motherfucker all the time, and I'm like, why is the King of Queens on my screen?
Okay, so there is a senator from the state of Pennsylvania, the Keystone State, if you will, named John Fetterman. He does not like wearing suits or something along those lines. And he started showing up to the congressional office or to the Senate floor, and he would, wearing sweatshirts and track shorts and, essentially dressing like a bum or a dude that's just sitting around for the day on Sunday afternoon watching TV. And there isn't like an official dress code, but most of the people in Congress wear business attire. So they passed a rule that said that you could wear whatever you wanted to the Senate, and that created an uproar. And then they decided to go back on that and reinstate that you need to dress in business attire. So then that's when he posted that meme, and that's why it's taken off.
Thank you for the clarification. I didn't really like that show that much, and so I just keep seeing him pop up everywhere, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was wondering that too, and I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, buddy.
Any King of Queens fans in the chat right here? I mean, we've all seen episodes, right? Have you guys
Yeah.
watched a lot of it?
No,
Lemon ices.
it would be one of those things that it would come on at 10:30, and it would be one of those. Do I feel like getting up and changing the remote, or do I want to just let this episode of King of Queens run in the background while I'm doing something else? So that's how I watched a lot of the King of Queens. It's an okay show. It's not like greatest sitcom of all time. It's never going to be in that area, but it wasn't bad.
I'm going to ask you what is the greatest sitcom in a second. Just, sit on that for a quick second. The last time I watched King of Queens was during WrestleMania because Dan got there before everyone else, and we had nothing to do, so we drank and we watched reruns of King of Queens. And I can't be sober and watch that show. It's so generic. It's like it's better than The Big Bang Theory, but it's also not, you know, it's not The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's not, you know, one of these great sitcoms. It's not that 70s show early episodes. It's just it's so middle of the road. It's like offensive.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was during that that time in like the late 90s when that was happening. You started getting a lot of like very middle of the road sitcoms because they had like kind of like exhausted all the other ideas. So,
well, they gave every other stand-up a damn sitcom, so they had to give
that's
Kevin
true.
James one. That's
true.
how we.
Oh my god, yeah, that's true.
I always liked Leia Remini, even though she was mean. I thought he was an idiot, so it was kind of funny that she was always talking shit to him.
Yeah, plus she was hot, so that always helped.
Oh yeah. Remember all of her Scientology shit?
Yep.
Yeah, like she was trying to make a show out of it, and like it lasted like 2 seasons because like you can't keep going on with that stuff, like you know, over a certain point. And everyone's like, "Yeah, okay, we get it. They're bad. Just stop, please. It's boring."
I once read she got kicked out of a party with Eddie Murphy and Rick James for being too crazy. This is Rick James we're talking about, the man who did cocaine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, so she must have joined Scientology early on and really hardcore believed. She must have gotten a visit from Tom Cruise back then as well. You know, just to really cement that you're part of the team now. All right, we love everybody. Just make sure your payments clear every month. For $25,000.
Dude, Lord Zeno himself came and asked for the money. I like to imagine people being indoctrinated into Scientology as like the opening of The Big Lebowski, when those guys are like, "Where's the fucking money, shithead?" And they just kind of beat you into submission, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of those documentaries, man, and they're like, especially when you leave that horrible cult, they're assholes. They're incredible assholes. It's terrible.
Nick Utam is the one that said that. That was not me or anybody else on the panel. That was Nick Utam, 1335 Jefferson Street, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, Scientology, come for me. I dare you.
That's Nick Utam, 1335 Jefferson Street, Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh god.
We prank called Scientology in college, and they called back. So that
was
the last
shit.
time we fucked with them. Yeah, I wasn't about that life.
Yeah, even when you fuck them a little bit, they're trying to fuck you back.
I think we're on a list, probably.
We probably are. It's fine though.
I for one welcome my new Xenu overlords. I'm not sure what you guys are on about over here.
Where was I the other day? I went.
Kendo would deal with them for about 5 seconds, and then he'd turn to Clint Eastwood and be like, "Get off my fucking lawn."
Yeah, I know the language he would use.
Yeah,
Kendo's a walking Gran Torino.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not 100% inaccurate either. So, but that's not me. That is Nick Utam, 1335 Jefferson Street, Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh my god.
I was at some restaurant or somewhere, some checkout line the other day, and they had like little pamphlets for Dianetics. And I was like, and I actually called them out. I'm like, why do you have Scientology pamphlets in this place? And they just gave me this weird look. I'm like, if I could remember what it was, I'd tell you guys what it is, but I forgot the fucking place. I'm going to think about this one and text you guys later. I'm not going to waste showtime.
It's all fun and games, so they make you watch Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, Barry Pepper is not the worst part of that movie, though.
Oh my god.
Exactly, right? Which is pretty fucking funny.
I mean, how does a guy like John Travolta, who's a solid actor, go from making like good shit to that? One word, folks.
You give all of your money to the cult.
Yep.
1335 Jefferson Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Here, let me get his phone number.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna miss you, Nick.
Yep.
I know. If I
Call him at 678-536-2711.
God damn it, Kendo. You just stop this shit, man. I'm gonna get hate mail and weird phone calls and all kinds of shit.
If you get abducted while we're in Florida, I'm gonna I'm gonna do my best to fight off the Scientologists, Nick. I never
Thanks-
leave. You never
thanks
leave
for
a
that.
bullshitter behind.
Thanks for that convincing tone, Jeff.
Look, we're in Florida. Crazy shit can go down there. Let's get fucked up and eat one of their faces or something. You know.
Oh my god! All right. Oh god! I can't. What are they gonna be? The foot from Ninja Turtles or something?
They could be. You don't mess with these people. Nick Utam, 1335 Jefferson Street. Atlanta,
God damn it,
Georgia.
Kendo. I swear to God, I'm gonna get weird shit in the mail now because of you. Thanks.
Folks, make sure you follow our stream this weekend to see if Nick gets abducted by the Church of Scientology live from Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
That would make for a very interesting found footage movie where Jeff's doing a last from all of a sudden they get fucking white vanned away. Oh shit, they took him.
I need to make this movie now, folks. Or Nick, we need to make our one horror movie about the cell phone that we talked about, and we need to do this. Hell, maybe we'll do one season of our show. Episode 1 can be Briarville. Episode 2 can be our horror movie where we get abducted by Scientology. No, the finale should be the Scientologist.
Of course,
abduction one. Because then we leave it as: is there going to be a second season? Find out.
Yeah, we should get somebody who can do Tom Cruise's voice and face or put it on somebody. Like a deep fake. It'd be hilarious.
There's that guy the angry video game nerd hires that looks like Tom Cruise and sounds like him. We'll just get him.
That'd be great.
Yeah. It's like Hollywood's going to notice us because we make fun of them so much that they're like, could you please stop? You actually hurt our feelings. And we're gonna be like,
if we ever get a message or an email like that, I'm just gonna be like, oh, it sucks to be you. Go fuck yourselves.
well, what if they bribe us? They're like, look, we're going to fund My Black Ass if you guys stop.
It's gonna have to be a very, very large number, and a very, very large.
Yeah,
number.
I mean, we're not immune to it, but it's gonna be a big number.
9 zeros need to be in front of that 99.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
I can dig it.
with the audience, you guys said you wouldn't make fun of Scientology for $99 billion. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, if they give us a big enough number, then yeah, all of a sudden the podcast will just disappear.
Oh no! The podcast will be on ABC or something every Thursday night. We'll replace The Bachelor. It's like
that'd be a definitely better show than The fucking Bachelor. Oh, God. I remember they had to cancel one of the seasons during the pandemic because the producer was banging one of the brides or something like that. It was fucking terrible. It was such a shit show.
I'm telling you, man, to make money in America today, you got to appeal to the white ladies. That's what it is. Look there's a Venn diagram of this, and in that Venn diagram, the crossover area is Taylor Swift, The Bachelor, Pumpkin Spice, America's Got Talent, The Voice, Masked Singer, the iPhone 15, Ugg boots, and those fucking Han Solo outfits of the leggings and the vests. So if we can tie all of that together in some digestible package, fuck it, man. We're going to have Elon Musk on. He's going to be asking us for advice.
Here's what you do. You go into ChatGPT and type all those things in and see what it comes up with.
Should I do it now?
Yes, do it on air right fucking now. See what
All
happens.
right, you guys keep talking for a minute, and I'll type in something.
Oh God, yeah, Kendo, thanks for doxing me, buddy. That's gonna be fun. If all of a sudden I quit talking in our group chat, you'll know why.
Yeah, you're like, we already lost fucking Leah Remini. We're not taking this shit from you.
Well, my heart bleeds. That's what you get for crossing dangerous people, Nick. 1335 Jefferson Street.
God damn it! God damn it, Kendo. Fuck.
Phone number 867 513-2711.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get weird text messages and weird calls, all kinds of shit from everybody. It's
No, somebody else is, because I know your phone number and it does not start with a fucking Georgia area code.
Listen, man, you joke, but them crazy mofos, they're like, we're still hurting. We lost half of that 70 show cast. We can't have this motherfucker on YouTube talking wild.
Dr. Coffinails messed up that joke.
Oh, 5309.
867-5309. That's how you get a hold of Jenny.
Now, guys, according to ChatGPT, we could create Taylor Swift themed pumpkin spice UGG boots, which we would design and produce limited edition lines of UGG boots inspired by Taylor Swift's style. Add a pumpkin spice scent to the boot lining and create a special pumpkin spice colored design. You could even include Taylor Swift themed merchandise like posters, CDs, or exclusive music downloads as a bundle with each purchase.
Nice.
Okay, the next one is legit, and I'm not going to read this on air because I'm going to steal this one. Fuck that.
Okay, all right.
Where'd I put my phone? Shit.
Oh god.
Let's see. Next is the Taylor Swift pumpkin spice candle. We should just do a trailer for that one.
Hey, we can have what's her name? Goop sponsor it.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow, the whitest lady on the planet.
Yeah, we'll have her sponsor it.
We also have the Taylor Swift UGG Boots accessories, pumpkin spice Taylor Swift playlist, and UGG Boot pumpkin spice latte mug. Wait, I should do that. We should just fucking sell a cheap ass pumpkin spice colored mug. There we go.
Dude, there are and there's a way to do that very easily.
But let's talk tomorrow. Let's make it happen. We'll need a small loan of $1 million from our uncle, and we'll be good to go. Actually, we don't even need
Uncle
that. We'll
Elon.
just go to China. Uncle Elon, can we talk? Folks, WCBS is the most ingenious podcast on the planet. We're coming up with business ideas live on air to make things better for you. That's where Stealing Solo comes from. You can get that at stealingsolo.com right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let me look at the show notes real quick because we have a lot of audience messages that we want to make sure we get to. Nick, I cannot wait for tomorrow, man. It's going to be a blast. We have more than just the horror
You really
stuff
want to get out of Ohio right now, don't you?
Bro, this is the longest period that I've stayed in one location in quite a while, and that's cool because
you're just getting antsy then, is all it is. Okay, gotcha.
We're also gonna have fun because
definitely.
the next week I'm going to Vegas, and then I'm going up to Michigan. So the only friend I'm not going to get to see from the podcast anytime soon is Kendo. Kendo, it's been 2 years. We have to fix that.
Sounds like a you problem. I mean, I ain't going nowhere. You're free to come out here anytime you want.
All right, I'll show up 2 weeks after Thanksgiving.
I'll be home.
Look, I'm telling you, man, if I win that new lottery, we're just going to make Briarville happen. So we have to go back to Missouri to scout it.
That's fine with me.
God damn it.
It'll be like, we'll watch Walking Distance of the Twilight Zone a bunch to get the idea of the tone we want to live within I almost called it O'Briarville. Just Briarville. I don't know. O'Briarville sounds cool, too. If Briarville's taken, let's go for O'Briarville.
O'Brien.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking Irish people showed up and settled it.
O'Briar rules. People in the chat are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Folks, last night after we recorded the Twilight Zone episode, we hung out for quite a while. Yep. So, yeah. We're a podcast of friends.
You have to listen to the episode to understand it. That's all it is.
Or you could just not be a filthy savage, uncivilized, uncouth individual and just have watched Ernest Scared Stupid.
I think more people have watched Ernest Scared Stupid in our chat than we realize.
I don't know. I'm skeptical.
I mean, we've watched it here on the channel. We did it for a long Halloween stream.
We did.
No, we did.
Now, folks, remember, October 13th is Friday the 13th. And here on WCBS, we're celebrating with our first drunk watch party of the season. So join us, drink with us, let's have fun. That'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're joined by the R-rated show. Josh is a friend of the channel. So spread the word and, skip everything else. Clear your calendars for WCBS's return to the Drunk Watches because our shows are legendary. Friday nights belong to the bullshitters as well. We already own Thursday nights. We're taking Fridays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Sundays, Saturdays. Fucking every night of the week is for WCBS. So, folks, join us each and every day here on the channel. We got a lot more coming. Let's get excited. All right, so we've talked about The Exorcist. We talked about The Creator. We played our box office game. We played Word of the Day. This has been a show that is all killer, no filler. A lot of meat. High protein episode of WCBS tonight. I'm feeling pretty good about that.
And just to remind everybody, we are watching 2 movies. We are watching Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, and Freddy vs. Jason. Those are the 2. So make sure you acquire those by whatever means you can for Friday the 13th to watch along with us. Or you can just listen to us bullshit the whole time and enjoy that too. So do what you want.
Yeah.
Now,
Or if you don't have any of that, just go get the Friday the 13th with Horseshack in it.
now if
Nightmare
you
on Elm Street. He did Nightmare on Elm Street.
no, he did Friday Part 6.
Was he really in that one too?
He was the guy that
He's at the
was
very
next-
beginning.
Yeah, he's the first kill in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Mr.
I
Carter.
forgot that he's in there.
I need to edit that button into the channel where I just have his voice over his death.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Now, folks in the chat, you can help us come up with some drinking rules. Like, I feel like we should take a hard drink every time somebody gets killed in the movie. Like, I almost
God,
want to say take
we're
a
not gonna last very long.
That's the idea, Nick.
Oh man. Yeah, definitely. Oh God.
Somebody's calling you already. Gee, I wonder who that could be.
Yeah.
It's the church.
Happening.
Don't
It's
answer.
It's the. Well,
Hey,
it did say unknown caller. So
That's how it starts. That's what you get for talking
yeah.
shit.
Thanks, Kenda, you fucking jackass.
Well,
Do you have the
prepared to get hit?
Do you have the hotel reservation set up where I can go get in the room even if you're dead?
I always feel like somebody's watching me. It's Scientology. Whoa.
Oh.
God, I'm not gonna miss you guys at all. Just so you know.
Folks, we're taking applications for the new fourth bullshitter. Shoot us an email to worldclassbs@mail.com, the best mail.
.com.
And maybe you can make fun of Scientology on air and get yeeted from existence.
Yep.
Oh man.
Wouldn't you shit if it was Kendo that had a run-in with the Church of Scientology tomorrow?
I don't think they're willing to come out this far.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Oh, there
either.
are. You're closer to them than we are.
Yeah, but I still feel like, this area, even there, we're like, maybe we shouldn't go out there.
I mean, in all honesty, if they even like show up near us and say, "Hey, this is us," I'd freak out a little bit. I'd be like, "All right, we're sorry." I'd be like, "All right, calm down. Step back 3 feet."
I'd send him the Kevin James meme and tell him to fuck off.
Oh yeah.
So, guys, as we get closer and closer to Halloween, make sure you guys are checking out what WCBS is bringing to the table. Now, I haven't told the guys on the podcast this yet, but last night, guys, we talked about doing Simpsons Treehouse of Terror stuff, or Treehouse of Horror stuff. I started watching this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, I got to the first 3 episodes. I'm like, man, this is legit. Because some of them were based on the Twilight Zone.
Yes. They borrowed from the Twilight Zone quite a bit for the Treehouse of Horrors and other horror movies and things like that. But I don't know. Come the year 2000, that was pretty much, they were fucking toast because they suck after that.
Maybe the Y2K bug wasn't about destroying our computers, just destroying the writers of The Simpsons.
I mean, it could have been.
So, folks, be on the lookout for content like that and more. Just make sure you subscribe to WCBS. I almost said .com. We need a .com. Should we get one soon?
.com.
All right. So, folks, keep sending in your message. We have quite a few to read. Let's start reading some of those. And, guys, is there anything else that I have forgotten to address on the show so far?
Not that I can recall.
Is there anything you want to address? Like, Dion, how do you feel about Gillian Anderson? Is she your type of white woman or no?
I've realized that I have a very, I should say, wide list of requirements and/or things I like, and she fits.
Yeah, same. When I went back and watched some of the X-Files, I was like, huh, I like her as an adult. So,
my man.
That's such a good show, by the way.
You know what? I got to go back and get back into it, because especially with so many, all the references, even though we were 90s kids, like, I forget how much came from the X-Files, how much came because of the X-Files. I mean, what is it? Because it's, the Final Destination started as an X-Files episode, and then it became a movie.
Yes, it did.
So, like, there's just so much good shit that came out of it. And yeah, I mean, we even got Kinky David and Company out of it. I mean, it's pretty much a win-win-win because of the X-Files.
Also, there was
Yeah.
the spinoff Lone Rangers. That was pretty good.
Yep.
You mean Lone Gunman? Because the Lone
Gunman,
Rangers
Lone
is the
Gunman.
band from
Or
Airheads.
Gunman.
No,
Yeah,
you're right. You're right. You're right.
There's 3 of you. You're not exactly lone. Shouldn't you be the 3 Rangers? I love that movie.
Still fucking good movie. No, Lone Gunman. No, yeah, that was a good spinoff too.
The other night on the High Council, somebody sent in a super chat that asked if we could buy either Marvel, Fox, DC, or something else. What would we do? And I think I'm going to change my answer. I would buy Fox and make another Airheads movie.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that'd be, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure Brendan Fraser would be down for it. Be like, yes, let's do it right now.
I feel like Steve Buscemi would be the hardest sell because he's a real actor. Even though Brendan Fraser won an Academy Award.
Yeah, and I mean, Adam Sandler's got that Netflix money, so I mean, I'm sure he'd be okay with it.
Bro, he's got all that money. He's been successful. Look, Jack and Jill may have been a dog shit movie, but he got paid.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, it's true.
Man, I wish I could have that kind of a situation where it's like I do something completely terrible and still get paid for it.
Listen, that's why I never dump on, filmmakers or actors that dabble in the typecast shit. Because if you can bank a big ass bag just to fuck around with your friends, I would totally fucking do it, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, Jack and Jill sucked, and Ridiculous Six was kind of silly. And what was it? Pixels was pretty shitty, but damn, I'd be lying, man, if I didn't say, "Hey, I get it.
They lost me with Grown Ups. That was the first one where I went, "What the fuck am I watching?"
I don't know. Grown Ups 1 was fine. 2 was terrible. 2 was absolutely dog shit.
It wasn't bad. See, Corona was the last decent one. Because I liked 1 and 2. It was stupid, especially Stone Cold was in 2.
And so was Shaq.
He?
Yeah, so was Shaq.
I love me.
Did he cut out for anyone else or just me?
No, he's cut out.
No, he's cutting out.
Okay.
Hubie Halloween was terrible on Netflix. I watched that and I was like, God, this is fucking terrible.
That's not a new annual tradition for you?
No, it was
That's
bad.
it, no.
It was bad.
I was trying to think about some of those Halloween kids specials that I used to watch as a kid, and I was thinking of Mark Summers' Haunted Mansion, or it was like Magical Mansion. That used to come on Nickelodeon. That was my favorite one for so many years.
God! Do you remember Nickelodeon? Do you remember Nickelodeon used to have that thing? I think it was during Halloween where like you'd call the phone and they put you on the air and you play the game of like going to each house and seeing if you got prizes. Do you remember that?
I tried to call in so many times.
Same here. Never got in.
Bastards.
No, I did make it on the non-televised version of Double Dare as a kid, though. So somewhere in the archives, there's a video of me playing Double Dare at like 6 or 7.
Yeah, young Jeff.
I was still 6 feet tall.
About to say, yeah, young Jeff still looks like 20-year-old Jeff.
Yeah, I aged gracefully. It's like I hit a certain age look at a young age, and now I'm just, I've looked the same for a while, so yay me. I still would scare Mark Summers. You know he hates Burt Reynolds?
No, why?
Oh yeah. I saw. Yeah, because like he fucked with Burt Reynolds on some talk show with Carson, I think.
Yeah.
And I think Burt was like getting in the middle of the divorce, whatever like that. And he was promoting something or just on the talk show, and he kept fucking with him over and over again. It was getting to the point, and like they started throwing pies at each other or something like that. It was a whole fucking thing. It's crazy.
You think Mark Summers is secretly tough or just a pussy?
I don't know, man. I can't.
I bet on secretly tough.
Yeah.
You know who I bet you could whoop some serious ass is Pat Sajak. There's just something about that dude. I bet you he knows Krav Maga.
Well, he was in the military, so he got trained.
Listen, Pat Sajak knows my check cleared. That's what Pat Sajak knows.
Yeah, that dude made like $15 million a year from just reading from fucking title cards.
Yeah. It's wild that like especially some of those game shows, man. Like they've been around for like
He's made more than
40, 50 years, man. It's fucking stupid.
He makes a shit ton a year still, and he's finally gonna.
He's gonna what, Dion? You beat pooped out.
I don't know.
Yeah, my internet is bouncing a little bit, but I was like, that dude is finally retiring. He has made
a boatload of money. I can't remember. A part of me wants to say it's 50 a year. I don't think it's 50 a year, but he was making tens a year doing Wheel of Fortune.
Maybe he could fund our businesses.
Maybe.
Listen, you convince him enough, that motherfucker might do it. He's crazy enough.
We just need a venture capitalist to help make us trillionaires.
Yeah, listen, I'm down for taking a shot at the host of Wheel of Fortune.
You can always do a Ponzi scheme, just don't get caught.
I mean, you know.
How does one do a Fonzie scheme, Kendo?
So what you do is you entice people with minimal investment, but like super high, no risk returns on investment. And so like I would come to you and say, Jeff, if you invest $100 with me, you'll have $1,000 next week. I guarantee it. So then you invest your $100. And then I go to Nick and say, hey, if you invest $1,000, we can double, maybe triple that money in just a week. So then I give you Nick's $1,000 and say, look, Jeff, here's your return on investment. And then I go and I get Dion to invest like $3,000 or $4,000. And then I invest and I give Nick the money. And then you just get a bunch of people in like that. And then all you got to do is just keep having people coming in, just giving you money. Because then once you're like, oh, I turned $100 into $1,000 in a week. Here, Kendo, here's $10,000. And then I can start giving that. It's called a Ponzi scheme. It's extremely illegal.
Well, then you got to remember that they have to go and get people. So
yeah,
if Kendo's at the top, we all go and recruit people doing the same shit, but we have to give Kendo a cut, and then that's how.
Also a pyramid scheme too.
Also a pyramid scheme.
Yep.
Man, Briarville's going to take a lot of work to get off the ground, but I'm willing to put the time in.
We just need the initial investment. That's it.
We just got like a circular investment going between each other. Like, hey, dude, I put in $500 last week and I got $1,500 back. That's awesome. Nick's like, oh yeah, I put in $1,500 back. I bet I get like $3,000 this week.
The investment will be called a circle jerk.
Yeah.
And this is why we're not here to give financial advice.
Listen, that reminds me. There was a so now one of the popular things on YouTube is all nostalgia based stuff. So one was commercials that don't age well anymore from the 90s, and one was and it looked like a fucking technology ad. And Hillary's like, is that an old Intel ad? Why would that age? But I said no. I'm pretty sure that's Enron, and sure enough. It was a fucking Enron commercial. I think it was like 98 was the year that it was going. And it was like, holy shit, man. So to Kendo's point, they never think they're going to get caught.
Yeah. It's always, this will never not work out. I mean, we'll always find new investors, especially once you start flashing the money around. People are going to be dying to get in on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Dion, just out of curiosity, what were some of those other commercials that didn't age well?
Well, of course, there was the Bill Cosby Jello commercials. And then there was I can't remember if it was tourism or for one of the businesses in the building, but there was a World Trade Center commercial. I think it was a New York tourism. And then what was another one that really had me fucking... It's shit. You ain't lying. There was one more. Fuck, what was it? It was a fucking good one. I think it was a Subway commercial where Jared was at the doing a meeting before Congress.
Oh my god.
Pretty much all the Jared Subway commercials aged poorly, especially like the ones where he'd go to the schools. Especially if you watched the Jared thing that they had on like Investigation Discovery or whatever it was, that part thing that they did about catching Jared. Those commercials age extremely poorly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Dude, I remember those commercials. Like it was a whole diet. He was like, "Oh, I ate 2 Subways a day, and this is how I lost weight." I'm like, "That's it? Like that's weird, man."
Yeah. Turns out he was a lying piece of shit, just like Kumi Nabjabi.
I like how we can always bring it back to him.
I know. Kendo's favorite South Asian actor.
Yeah, well, want to talk about lying pieces of shit who aren't natural, there you go.
Just because I was a curiously minded guy, I Googled commercials that don't age well, and there's one with a woman who's smiling. It says, "Enjoy the benefits of a cordless massager." I'm just going to show this one on screen real quick. Well, hold on. I'm going to send it to you guys first. Do you think this is YouTube appropriate? because I need to know.
We're gonna figure it out real quick.
Yeah, this lady is holding a.
If it shows anybody biting their lip, probably not.
No, she's smiling she's grinning from ear to ear. But I think this is a real ad.
I think okay. No, it's
Wow.
it's fine. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Is this fucking real? Okay, I'm gonna share it. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it ain't bad. It ain't bad.
No, it's not inappropriate.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's just fucking weird.
One commercial that kind of didn't age well that I still think it's fine, but some of my kids seem to take umbrage with it a couple years ago because we were watching old 80s commercials and it was a Taco Bell commercial when their slogan was "Make a run for the border."
I remember that.
And they were just like, "Oh, that's racist." I'm like, "How? That's just, Taco Bell sells Tex-Mex."
Quote unquote.
Yeah. Taco Bell sells what people perceive to be Tex-Mex.
Right. Legally, under the definition, Tex-Mex.
Now, the ad on screen says beauty is more than skin deep. Deep, gentle, penetrating vibrations from the battery-operated massager soothe neck and shoulder muscles, arms, legs, and tired feet. Help stimulate skin to a new radiance. When used with your favorite cream and lotions, revitalizing vibrations bring satisfying relaxation relief from aches and pains and
There's so much
stimulate
fucking
circulation.
entendre there.
I know.
Cordless massager comes in 3 models. Uses standard size batteries, not included, available everywhere. Caucasian,
Asian, and African American.
Yeah, you got 4.5, 7, and 10 inches, so there you go. She looks very content. All right, so you guys think that's real. Got it. I was just curious.
That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god. Okay, this one can't be real. I'm not going to share it, but it's a picture of the World Trade Center, and it says the closest some of us will ever get to heaven.
Oh, damn.
That's real. I'm sending it.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
I just did.
Wow.
Damn.
Whew.
How prophetic did they not realize they would be?
Well, they were 21 years ahead.
Damn. That one stings a bit.
Yeah, well, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm just mad we didn't get
Now,
that part in Spider-Man.
I know, they should just release it. It's been 22 years. I think we'll be okay if we see a scene that features that building. It's in Watchmen.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's the funny thing is most of the kids nowadays, if they see that, they'll be like, "Oh, I never seen those buildings before." It's like, well, yeah, because you don't acknowledge anything that's existed before you ever walked on this planet.
Do you think that every generation acts like that, and we're just of the age where we're interacting with those people, or do you think this is the internet's just made people so myopic to what's around now that they don't pay attention to anything else?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning towards the latter because even when I was like a teenager, like that I deal with on a regular basis, I was still aware of shit that happened before I existed. I don't know if I was just an exception to the rule or what, but I also didn't have my face buried in a cell phone watching TikToks and, playing Fortnite all the goddamn time either. So
That game sucks.
it does suck, but for some reason, Minecraft and Fortnite's the only thing these kids know.
They really do play the shittiest games these days. It's like, I've played both of those games. I remember when Fortnite was new. Or not Fortnite, Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess
I
I'm
don't know.
old when
like I said, I'm leaning towards the latter.
I just used to use the internet to learn about shit that was popular before I was born.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was
trying
for.
Trying to find old movies and old TV shows and watch them because they were cool. And also we were exposed to a lot of old stuff as kids. We had Nick at Night. We had our parents and stuff telling us things. We had video stores so we could watch old stuff if we ever wanted to. I mean, we discussed this on the episode we did last night about Twilight Zone, where we either watched it, we either got into it because we had a video store near us or because like it was on a marathon, during the year, So we were constantly exposed to older things that were good all the time. I think because, like you said, because the kids have the phone in their faces and they're and they're constantly just watching stuff, back to back to back to back to back. They're just seeing new things all together. They don't care about anything beyond that.
Oh, well said.
Yeah, it's very strange to see. I mean, I know some who I know some people in their 20s who want to know about old things and will constantly want to know about like old movies and stuff like that. So it's good to see that some of them are not like that.
So maybe some of this generation won't be that stupid, but well, time will tell.
Yeah.
Aurora Uplinks, thank you very much for your super chat and being a member of the channel. Aurora says, Star Wars idea. Swoop bike gang breaks into Imperial outpost and steals important data. Spends movies bargaining to sell it, running from Empire/bounty hunters. As long as they're not the gang from the Book of Boba Fett, I think it'd be a solid idea.
Right. Exactly.
I want more grittiness. I like that lived in universe feel from Star Wars. That's what I want.
Kind of like Mandalorian season 1, where we had that. It was a little gritty, it felt lived in. We got that in that show, and that was it. That's yeah. That was it.
If people go back into our archives, while other channels were looking for reasons to tear apart the Mandalorian, I was into it a lot. I really thought that was a good show.
Oh no, I was hesitant as hell, and I was like, this is actually really good.
It was a Western, and that shit's right up my alley.
Oh yeah, dude. No, it was 100% that, and it was great. First season, anyways.
By the way, before we get deeper into the super chats, what did you guys think? At least Kendo and Dion, what did you guys think of Edge showing up in AEW?
I didn't see it coming, dude. I was very surprised. It was so fucking crazy because watching it, then I kind of got the Sunday night game started getting shitty, and then we went and got in the bed. I turned it on. Fucking Hillary woke up when she heard his theme song. I was like, "Is that Edge?" I was like, "Holy shit!" So I was pleasantly fucking surprised. We'll see what they do. I mean, I don't know if this is the group to be sticking around and wrestling, but I'm fucking loving heel Christian Cage right now. So they got my curiosity at least for sure.
Yeah, I didn't watch Dynamite because I was busy with you guys, but hey, it's cool with me. I don't care where Edge goes. I'll follow him. Been a fan for, over 20 years at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, even his promo on Dynamite was pretty fucking good. I got the YouTube clip. I was listening to it when I was getting ready before going to work and shit, and he even was like, "Hey man, it's time for us to get back together and win the AEW tag team titles and face teams like FTR. It's time." And Christian's like, "Go fuck yourself." So I was like, "Holy shit!" So yeah, man, I'm definitely paying a little bit of attention because it seems like they're gonna lean into the Edge and Christian thing. So yeah, because I texted you and we were both like, "Holy shit," So yeah, man.
Yeah, I stopped eating my stuffed crust pizza. I was like, "Holy shit, this is happening!" So
yeah,
I was
kind of figured that was going to happen when his contract was going to expire because they kept showing up on the internet about Edge's contract expires and at the end of September and blah 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 blah. It's like he's going to go to AEW so that way he can have one last time to go play with Christian because he's going to be retiring soon. Christian's got to be coming towards the end, and I mean, like I told you guys, there you go. Go take as much of that, fucking Mark's money as you can while you can. Because as much as they love to shit on WWE, they love signing WWE, age stars.
It's what they do, man. All the Hardy Boys and Edgy Christian are all in AEW now. It's kind of weird.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
But to Aurora Uplinks, I would definitely watch your swoop bike stuff. I had a swoop bike figure as a kid. I didn't like the pilot as much, but I thought the swoop bike was cool. And I'm pretty sure it's Dengar got all fucked up in a swoop biking accident. So, and Han Solo did it.
Swoop biking and drinking. How they get you.
Yeah. Don't drink and swoop. Don't drink what that means. Enrique, what is up? Congratulations, buddy, again. He says, it's October. Fuck, marry, kill. Halloween theme, Exorcist theme, and Omen theme. Also, YouTube is weird. It's recommending weird videos like blind person opens Star Wars toys. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is fucked up right now.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. Like it's for some reason they've had some problem. I'm sure some hackers got into it. They're not telling anybody. That's what it is.
Hey, if you're listening out there, make sure you boost World Class Bullshitters to number 1. We're smarter than Mr. Beast.
And less likely to try and scam blind kids.
Wait, did he do that?
No, I'm just because the other thing too is all these big YouTubers are getting busted for fucking running cons. So my guess is Mr. Beast is going to get cracked before the end of the year. So I'm assuming, especially because he kept doing all the he was doing all his charity videos and stuff, and I was like, he's posting those a lot more lately. So, and then apparently the Mr. Beast burger. Someone was trying to accuse him of a scam with that. I'm like, yeah, I think he's the next one. I hope he ain't doing some illegal shit because, YouTube crafty YouTubers is not a skill that a lot of them have. So even Sniper Wolf's ass is getting busted. So yeah, man, their time always comes.
I just want to throw out there, Mr. Beast Burger might be a scam because I bought it and it was terrible. I would like my money back, please.
It looked like a blind kid made mine when I ordered it.
I thought the bun was way too big. I felt like fucking Clara Peller. Where's the beef? It was expensive too.
Yeah, dude. Well, plus then it looked like Kevin James had been punching the burgers that I ordered. I was like, why are they smashed together like this?
Because his eyes were getting weary and his back was getting tight. I'm not going to sing you the rest of the theme song to the King of Queens, even though I know it.
Queensboro Bridge tonight.
Yeah. See,
Yep.
Kendo knows. I don't care because all I want to do. Is baseball still going on? We're in World Series territory, right?
We are in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yesterday, all 4 wild card series is wrapped up with 2-0 sweeps by everybody, which completely seems to happen every fucking playoffs because the wild card series are kind of dumb. But hey, money. Baseball loves money, just like any other sport. Mm-hmm. So, but Saturday, the actual, what most people consider the playoffs, begins with the divisional series.
Well, speaking of sports people that love money, Joe Burrow loves his check but doesn't love playing football anymore. Thanks, Joe. You're fucking up my season.
He's hurt.
I know. I'm really not that angry. If it gets worse, though, I'll be pissed.
Honestly,
I don't want to lose.
Nobody wants to see their team lose.
No, I meant the fantasy league.
Oh. Dude, last week in my buddy Rocco's league, I lost to a guy that didn't even start a quarterback. So I did not have a fucking good week.
Loudy?
No, Loudy, 2 weeks ago, Loudy made a trade with Dion, and then Loudy didn't set a fucking lineup. So somebody got to have a free pass over Loudy last week.
Well, plus he's all like super sour. I'm like, dude, it's the beginning of the season, man. Like, fucking can't give up now.
Yeah, Dion's going to get an easy win over Loudy because Loudy only has 2 quarterbacks. One of them is Justin Fields, who is sitting on the bench. No, he has 3 quarterbacks. Justin Fields, who's sitting on the bench. Deshaun Watson, who's starting in his lineup, who is out this week. And Kyler Murray, who's still not listed as being available to play.
Good job, Loudy. Good job.
It's a legacy league, so it might not be the worst move, but also fucking do your lineup, Loudy. It's only the 5th week.
Fucking
don't be. You're acting like a fucking Lions fan right now. Stop it.
Now, let's answer Enrique's question for Fuck, Marry, Kill. Halloween theme, Exorcist theme, Omen theme. I'm going to kill the Omen theme because I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm going to fuck the Exorcist theme, and I'll marry the Halloween theme because it's the best horror theme ever. Next to Friday the 13th Part 3's disco music, of course.
Kill Omen, fuck Halloween, marry Exorcist.
Kill Exorcist, fuck Omen, marry Halloween.
Nick, did you go?
I'm trying to figure it out. Fuck Halloween, marry Omen, kill Exorcist.
Man, Tubular Bells is not looking too good to you, buddy.
I mean, it's it's very distinct. I mean, when you hear it, you know exactly what it is. But Omen is very like, yeah. I remember watching Omen a lot as a kid because I liked horror movies, or I still like them. And it was, yeah, you knew the Omen immediately whenever you heard that song.
So, Georgian, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. So, Georgian says, Etsy has a Woodrow Wilson children's Halloween costume for $100. From description, with our meticulously crafted children's Woodrow Wilson costume, your young one will be transformed into an emblem of leadership and vision. Ugh. Let me pull this up.
Oh,
Oh my god. I love it. I love it.
They have a Woodrow Wilson presidential dollar. Kendo, I know what you're getting for Christmas.
Oh.
They have Woodrow Wilson art out the ass. I mean, if we bought this costume for you, Dion, would you wear it?
It's a child's costume.
I mean, yeah, it ain't gonna be very comfortable, but shit, do it for the grain.
Oh, here it is. It's $97.97. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's pull up the image right here. I can't believe this is real. Thank you, Georgian. So we have the Woodrow Wilson suit.
Oh my god.
The glasses, the top hat, and this comes from Heritage Costumes. They have a 5-star rating with 5,844 reviews. Okay, Jesus, so they're legit. This is something people want.
What does it say? How many sales it has?
No. Wait, we can get a 3X Kids. Do you think that'll fit Hildar?
It might be too big.
Look at the sizing chart, and it'll tell you.
Okay. Height 55 inches. Well, I don't look. We're not children, so this is kind of weird. But maybe we can get an adult Woodrow Wilson costume for Kendo next year for Halloween.
Oh my god!
We're not children.
Don't do that because I ain't gonna wear it.
How about we just Kendo? How about we meet somewhere in the middle and we get a Woodrow Wilson mannequin and send it to Dion?
Okay, I'm in.
I love how Middle Ground is always fucking with Dion.
No mannequins.
We'll put it on a horse and we'll ride it into your house.
Oh my god! I just one day I wanna just put like 14 mannequins in his house and have him wake up just by himself and just he has to like go around them to get out of the house. That's all I want to do.
Let's cash my check and ride right home to you. Anyway, Enrique Vasquez says, movie song edition, Fuck, Marry, Kills. Power of Love, Take My Breath Away, Time of My Life.
I will Take My Breath Away because of the scene in Top Gun. I will marry Power of Love, and I will kill Time of My Life.
I am the same as Dion.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that too. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Not to sound repetitive, but that's the best answer. Our friend Overkill161 says, guys like Whedon, Kevin Smith, Filoni should be a lesson that there is no Hollywood geek messiah out there to save franchises. Button 42. Yeah, let's talk about this for a minute. I was so tired of hearing about how Filoni's going to be the one to save Star Wars after everyone was pissed over The Last Jedi. And rightly so, because J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson suck. But there really is no entertainment messiah. Very few people have a solid career. And these guys that just get labeled as the geek guys, they all kind of blow. I'd say Abrams is the... Who's worse, Abrams or Joss Whedon?
Abrams.
I mean, I think I'm gonna go with Joss Whedon. I mean, that dude, on top of the fact that he's an asshole, but him, trying to come to the rescue after Avengers to come and save the Justice League, and it's just mediocre. Then you've got, and it's not like his shit was
was squeaky clean. Before there was always that Joss Whedon moment that took you out of the fucking movie or the show, you know. So I'm gonna stick with Joss Whedon as much as I love Avengers. That dude, that part of that dude's fucking persona was I'm gonna make some of this awkward, and he did that every fucking time.
Yeah.
And now it's time for a number 42 here on WCBS.
So what's today's secret word, Cocky?
Today's secret word is
John C.
That's my favorite secret word of the day.
Oh God. I think it's a new movie coming out called Freelancer or something.
John Cena?
Yeah.
Whatever you do, skip Vacation Friends too. Biggest disappointment of the year.
Oh man.
Damn.
Unfortunately, I watched that last night or 2
How
nights
bad
ago.
was it?
Dude, the first one's so much better. The second one is just kind of like they're mailing everything in. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. And again, Cena's the best part of the movie, but everything else, like the wife in the second one, is unwatchable, man. She's so over the top. Like,
Yeah. It's and the black couple's like almost non-existent. Like you barely see them. They barely say anything. It's even though he's supposed to be the main character, like you don't know what's going on. It's terrible.
they're there for a check.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Cena, for at least giving a shit. Aurora Uplick says, drive-in sports arenas with Starbucks in some show. What? Oh, halftime show. Oh, drive-in sports arena with Starbucks and halftime show. Is that what we're going to get now at the Super Bowl to appeal to the Taylor Swift crowd?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is that a beer can I hear? I definitely need to hear or have a beer to get through some of this Taylor Swift
What
shit.
that sounds like.
Yep, that was.
As long as she's
Even
fucking
the
Travis
Memphis-
Kelsey, she's going to be all over the NFL.
God,
Unfortunately-
motherfucking damn it. That's all I fucking
Unfortunately,
hear.
she'll be all over my television every goddamn Sunday because I watch the Chiefs games. So, hooray.
That's all I fucking hear on social media is that bullshit. All the goddamn. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't get celebrity worship. Like, I guess
don't
when
either.
things are
I don't
tougher
get- I
in the
don't- yeah.
country, people just look to the wealthy to be like, oh, I love her.
Yeah,
She
I thought
doesn't
we got
love
over
you.
this bullshit when they were fucking singing to us about how it's okay to not have jobs during the pandemic.
Right,
No.
but those people didn't have the album 1989. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
22 was a good year for me, but fuck that song.
I agree. Well, there's always that one or two celebrities. This generation is Taylor Swift and fucking Beyonce, man. It's a weird thing. But it's amazing what you can do when you grab the attention of young gals, man. That they are rabid for what they really get obsessed with something. They are all about it. They are all about
Dude,
it.
I've seen video of them like taking the confetti from the concert and trying to sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
I don't know what there's apparently there's bracelets that they make or that they buy there as well. They're trying to like collect. It's I don't know, man. It's so fucking weird.
I hope the next time that happens, somebody sneezes in their general direction and it flies into the wind.
Oh man.
Our pal Enrique says, fuck, marry, kill, Danger Zone, No Easy Way Out, or Axel F. Fuck, marry, kill.
Ooh,
Simple.
marrying Axel F, fucking the Danger Zone, and Sally I Gotta Kill, No Easy Way Out. Even
Count
though it's
me
a
in
great
for
fight.
that.
Yeah, that's the move.
Kill No Easy Way Out. Fuck Axel F. Marry Danger Zone.
Man, Rocky 4 is not a favorite here on this channel, is it?
No.
I mean, I love the movie. Just when you
It's a
compare it
fine
with the
movie.
other two, it's just going to lose every time. Plus, Rocky 4, even though it is my favorite Rocky, is probably the most wild Rocky.
That's the one where Paulie marries the fucking robot, so...
Yep.
Robots.
And Rocky ends the Cold War.
I think Rocky 4 is definitely the favorite of a certain generation of people, Because it's like, I like old stuff. I understand all what Rocky 4 represents to everybody, but it's the one that's I hate Rocky 5, so don't think I'm saying it's worse than that one.
Everyone hates Rocky 5.
But I do think Rocky 4 is very hokey. Like,
It is
I
so
get
hokey.
like Thunder Lips and Mr. T, Clubber Lang are, over the top, but Rocky 4 is just like a wet dream of a movie that just like, I get it. You had to be there back in '85 to, cheer it on, but I laugh when I watch Rocky 4. Yeah! Get some fucking Juji fruits, and he's gonna pay for it. Listen, little white man, you just saw Rocky, didn't you?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you ain't lying though. That movie is so fucking like it's as if Ronald Reagan wrote a personal check to Sylvester Stallone to make it.
God damn. You're not lying now.
Such a crazy ass movie, dude.
Yeah, and Adrian just chills at home, right?
Yeah, well then she goes right before the fight, before he's done with his training camp.
I mean,
Because she's like, "Don't do it," and that's when Easy Way Out is playing, because he fights with Adrian, and that's when he goes to Russia, and then she's gone for a while, and then he's running, and it's like right before the montage, and then he comes back to the car, and she's standing there, and she's like, "We're in it together," and then the montage starts, and he's lifting his trainer and his wife in a wife beater in a garage in Russia.
I just like when he runs with a tree. Not just like part of a tree, but a fucking tree on his back, takes down everything.
Yeah.
And he grows a beard to signify how long he's been working out and training.
Yep. And that's when he does the mountain climb or whatever. Drago! And that's where any sane person would be like, this dude is climbing mountains. That's pretty crazy. He is a crazy Philadelphian. That's for damn sure.
He went the distance all the way to Russia.
If I can change, you can change.
You can
Everybody
all
can change.
change. Adrian, I'd save the world.
And I came back and we're broke. And we stayed 5 years.
Oh my god.
Doesn't his
Another
kid
reason
become
why
like an
five.
investment banker in Rocky Balboa?
It's something. He's something like that in Rocky Balboa. I can't remember, but he's something like that.
And Rocky owns a restaurant.
Yep, and it's called Adrian's, I think.
Yeah, because she died of cancer.
Yep.
When that movie came out, I had to Google if Talia Shire was dead, because I thought she really was.
Nope.
That was just wishful thinking. Got it.
Oh,
Enrique Vasquez says,
why you saying fuck Talia Shire?
just to see what you would say.
I ain't never gonna forgive her for being on Michael Corleone's side. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Your brother was crazy. You should have did something about that shit.
No, man, family's forever.
Family's
Just like Batman.
Family's forever, man.
Enrique asks, fuck, marry, kill edition of Ghostbusters, Bat Dance, and Maniac.
Maniac?
From Flashdance. She's a
Oh,
maniac.
okay.
Oh.
Marry Ghostbusters. Probably fuck Maniac and then kill Bat Dance.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't think the Bat Dance is a good song at all.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
that
fuck
one.
Ghostbusters, marry Bat Dance, and kill Maniac. I just hate that song so much.
Kendo?
Marry Ghostbusters, fuck Maniac, kill Bat Dance.
Bat Dance is just like the weirdest song on that album. But it's got a cool dance.
You ain't wrong. It is a weird ass song.
Isato Fortune, thank you very much for being a member as well as a super chat. He says, in the prequels and originals, lightsaber duels had stakes. Someone died or lost a limb. Nowadays, you get stabbed and just walk it off. Tiger King, please. Yeah, there is some stakes in this lightsaber duel in Ahsoka, like, somebody got run through and they didn't get back up.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Remember when we were so fascinated by him?
Yeah, dude. Like they struck while the iron was hot. Like the beginning of the pandemic with Tiger King, that shit just came out at the perfect fucking time with the perfect fucking crazy person in perfect fucking buttfuck Oklahoma, man. Goddamn.
I love
But the
buttfuck
problem,
Oklahoma.
the problem was that we were all home and bored, so it came and went real quick. We were just like on to the next thing. That's the problem.
Yeah, hey,
What was the next
welcome to the
thing?
2020s, baby.
Squid Game? I don't know.
It was like 2 years later, but hey. I did see some Squid Game Halloween costumes out when I was in the store today, so
Oh yeah.
it's not like Adidas jumpsuits existed before Halloween, but hey. Now you can get Squid Game branded ones.
Oh god.
It's not movie quality, but that's okay.
I'm sure some kids are like, oh man, I need to get a jumpsuit.
If I had a kid who really wanted to be a character from Squid Game from Halloween, I'd just buy him a green Adidas tracksuit and print a fucking number on it. It takes like 8 minutes to do that.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're one of those cheap parents, what you do is you just make the numbers out of tape, and then you take off the tape, and you go, and now you have a new outfit to wear.
Exactly. 2 birds with one stone.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking like a parent. I don't have
Fucking
that
kids'
problem
clothes are expensive, man, and they go through that shit real quick. Cut costs.
You ain't lying, motherfucker.
yet. When is D2 going to wear your shirt size, Dion? Then you guys can just share.
Listen, that was part of the thing. He just got in trouble for that shit tonight because the dude, for whatever, he comes home with a new pair of pants. I'm like, where'd you get those pants? And he's like, I got them from school. I'm like, you left with a pair of pants on. He's like, well, they made me put on pants. I'm like, what do you mean they made you get a new pair of pants? Well, my pants were falling down. Why were your pants falling down? And there's this whole thing. And so it took 2 hours to get him to say, yeah, my pants were a little tight because they're small. And so he just refused to button them in gym class. So his pants were falling down. And he made him go get another pair of pants. So he has found a way to be on thin ice over his current goddamn clothes choices. So I ain't letting him get any of my shirts because clearly he's just gonna be letting the shit fall off wherever the hell he's at. That's goddamn D2, man.
I just love the story. Like, a kid comes home with a different pair of pants. Where are the pants he went to school?
Yeah, man. Like what? Which my boy Pat would never do that to his dad. Never, because he's a fucking little angel. But I was like, am I drinking crazy juice? Have I lost my mind? This kid doesn't have gray track pants yet. Oh, I don't know. I just fucking got these pants. Man.
I love the logic of I put on pants that are way too tight, but I'm going to go to school with them anyway. And then I'm going to unbutton them. They're going to fall down. And instead of coming clean when I go home to say, hey, my pants are way too tight, and I tried to, loosen them up, and they fell down, and made me change these. It was like, I might get in trouble for this. I got to evade.
Exactly.
Dude,
instead of just going, my pants are too tight, I got to get a new pair of pants.
Yeah.
Your kid's skinny as hell. Like, it's not like he's, he gained weight or something. He just grew. Like, you have a skinny kid.
Yeah, man. Well, but that's the thing. I'm like, he listen. I'm not gonna. I'm already starting to get mad about it again. He will just lie for no. Devin does it too, but D2 does it in such weird ways. Like when he lies, he does it as a question. And I'm like, Dion, I know that you're lying about the pants because you've asked me 3 questions, trying to give me an answer. What are you doing, kid? What are you doing? So he is not getting any of my Star Wars shirts until I can get quick, accurate answers to his random clothing changes.
So I'm not going to get him any clothes for Christmas because he might lose them at school. Got it.
Listen, you might have to because apparently he just might decide that he doesn't want to wear the clothes that I got him because fuck me, right? Fucking kid, man.
You know what you do to avoid this problem? Just get him everything that's stretchy.
You know what? That might be one of the greatest things I've heard. Actually, I might have to start doing. Fuck it, just give him stretchy pants. Fuck it.
Uh-huh.
You know what you do? You buy him purple stretchy pants. Like, you gonna lie? I'm gonna make you dress like the Incredible Hulk every day to school.
Exactly. Damn.
Let's see. Aurora Uplink says, I emailed you a short animation I made for a class. Please watch it. I tried to make it fun animation, and I wouldn't mind being insulted / critiqued if bad. Sure. I checked out one of your animations, I believe, not too long ago. And somebody sent me an animation that they made for school, and it was really cool. So I'll check it out real quick. Since it's yours, it's not copywritten, so we can show it here on the show. Let me pull it up. I'm not going to turn off my ad blocker.
Turn off that pesky ad block.
Isn't YouTube supposed to institute some sort of rule where like you can only ad block 3 videos and then they need to turn it off or some shit?
I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Why do they keep shooting themselves in the foot?
Because they think they're the only game in town.
Yep, that's why. They're Blockbuster right now. They're Blockbuster right now. That's how it is.
Jeff, play the video without audio. He used copywritten music.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
I'm trying.
So that's your first critique right there. Don't use copywritten music.
Yeah, just to say, I'm looking for it. I'm trying to find out what it is.
There's no easy way out. There's no home.
There's no easy layout for fucking Antonio Gibson right now.
Listen, I'm okay with the Bears losing this game, but Washington keeps fucking it up.
Hey, let me see. I'm trying to find it out. Could you resend it to us real quick? Because I'm in the email right now, and I don't see anything. I just see stuff about Hyper Manga and Star Trek sales. Oh. That's an email I have to read. Yeah, could you just resend it to the email, worldclassbs@mail.com, and I am happy to check it out right here. While Aurora Uplinks resends that, our friend TLJ Screwjob says, listen to the Audible Heir to the Empire trilogy. I think I have that already. Maybe I'll listen to it on the flight tomorrow down to Florida, Nick.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan, man.
I need a break from Star Wars. I'm going to just watch that Camp Crystal Lake Memories documentary, at least the first 2 hours. I'm going horror mode.
That's the way to go, man.
Maybe I'll just watch Ghostbusters again.
Yeah.
I know who I'm going to call. Adam Wofford, thank you very much. That's who I'll call. He says, no, Dion, Thrawn's art understanding to defeat his enemies. He doesn't say anything about his art room. It didn't show up. They watered him down.
I hate it. I mean, I'm still going to watch. Open heart, open mind, all that bullshit, but you have
open heart surgery after the show.
Star Wars characters, fucking Lucasfilm, man. Fucking Lucasfilm.
Well, they, like you always say, they like the taste of that shotgun.
Yep.
If only we could make a shirt of Mickey looking down a shotgun barrel.
We could.
Yeah, I can get away with it.
That'd be terrible.
I still got to make the motorcycle shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just looking forward to get through all the responsibilities of this year because 2024 will be the year I can do all kinds of crazy shit with the channel. So, folks, keep on watching. We got stuff. We're already starting to map out next year, which is crazy because we've never been this prepared. But yeah, it's a different game these days. Aurora Uplink says, has Filoni actually read the Thrawn trilogy? I'm gonna go with no.
I'd bet $1,000 now.
He doesn't have to.
Just $1,000? You wouldn't bet like $10,000 on it?
Well, now that you mention it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
Our friend TLJ Screwjob says, Star Destroyers are infective now, Dion, episode 7. Or now ineffective. Dude, they're riding like a space horse on this planet, and the Star Destroyer is just like trying to light them up, and they miss every shot. It's pretty funny.
It's called a Star Destroyer for a fucking reason.
And then this kid is like, I don't know, a decent amount. Ezra is a decent amount away from the Star Destroyer, and he has to like use the Force. He runs, he jumps, and then this girl that just started using the Force 5 minutes earlier, Force pushes him up onto the spaceship, and like that's it. It's as underwhelming as you think it sounds.
Damn, man. Well, it's just they just don't like. I've never seen someone own a property and then refuse to adhere to it as hard as Lucasfilm. Like again, Star Destroyers were named Star Destroyers because of their orbital bombardments planet side. Like so, like they're not gonna like miss a small like animal because it's made for raising planets. Like that's what the Star Destroyers were for. So, but again, who gives a shit, right? Like fuck us, fuck Star Wars, fuck it being good.
I feel like there's a message of like being punished for actually liking this stuff and spending money on it and giving it time. It's like, fuck you guys. You're just old and angry and bitter. It's like, we just want you to follow the rules that you established. We're here for whatever you make. Just make sure it makes sense. But, I guess we just have to suffer for Star Wars. Oh, well.
Yep.
Our friend TLJ Screwjob says, I'm glad that Mara Jade isn't in the Disney canon. No ruining.
Give it time. Give it time. It'll happen.
They'll get there.
Yeah.
She will say no to Luke Skywalker after he proposes because she don't need no man. And we'll watch Luke Skywalker get denied again.
Oh my god, if they do that,
I can see that.
Yeah, I could 100% see that, and yeah, it would be like the Mara Jade Chronicles or something. They're gonna make like in two fucking years or something. It's gonna happen.
She only wants to be friends with Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, but she still wants the boyfriend benefits or the husband benefits or whatever.
The episode will end with the Emperor going, "Your cucking is now complete." TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, one of my math teachers in high school said that Kendo, one of his professors had a 50-page final. My future teacher did 10 and held H for the rest. Got an A.
Yeah. Grading's a pain in the ass.
That is funny.
It's easy just to be like, well, they tried. Like now, tests and stuff, I grade those, but they're on bubble sheets, so it makes it easier.
Oh, Scantrons?
We don't have Scantrons anymore. Like we don't have a
how old am I?
Scantron machine, so I have to just go through and grade it by hand, or I make the kids do it. They love grading their friends' papers.
Yeah, there's like a fucking there's Schadenfreude with that because it's like, haha, your fate rests in my hands. Did anybody ever give another kid a 0 and you had to correct it?
No, because I put them on the honor system, and I told them that I would go back and because I make them write their name on there so it's graded by, and I say I go back and I double check all these, and if I find that you were doing it on purpose, then you will get their score.
Oh, good. Put the fear of God into them. Got it.
Yeah. So usually, giving them that bit of stuff because they never call your bluff. It's great.
Thank you, TLJ Screwjob. He also says, and remember, these reviews are the best Disney will ever get because they're literally banking on getting press passes and goodie bags with stuff like that. All of you guys out there in the chat seen the video of the girl who got the Ahsoka toys? Because, she fits the influencer demographic that they want to get to like Star Wars. Yep. It's just very fake. It's like, we get it, lady. You got a Padme doll on your shelf. You've been a longtime Star Wars fan. Cool. Tell me who Grand Moff Tarkin is and how he dies. That's just low-hanging fruit. What's Uncle Owen's last name? Again, that's low-hanging fruit. It's Baba Booey. That's their last name.
Oh my god.
Aurora Uplink says there's a faithful 3D adaptation of the Thrawn trilogy. I have not seen that video. Have you guys seen that video?
No.
Nope, I have not.
Well, I'm willing to give it a watch because What I wanted is for them to just take the old Star Wars novels and adapt them as animated features like the Clone Wars style, and there you go. That would have made way more money. But who am I? TLJ Screwjob says, RJ McCready is right. Streaming services cost about as much, if not more, as cable now, if you have a bunch at least.
Yeah.
Yep, gotta pick and choose. Pick and choose.
Yeah, no,
lying to us all along.
Yeah, and especially now, things getting more and more expensive, and inflation and things like that. People having to decide which ones they want, which ones they can keep, which ones they can live without. So, yep.
Goodbye, Paramount Plus.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I'm so angry towards that one, but I am, and I've been watching it a lot lately. So
it's because they're brand new. That's why.
I'm not going to get rid of it. It's got all the Ninja Turtle stuff on it. It's got the Champions League that I can watch not in Spanish. And I can enjoy watching Manchester United's wheels completely fucking fall off as soon as the ball first gets kicked. It's great.
They're having a bad season.
They've been having a bad decade.
Oh. Well, I did not know. My baby takes the morning train. It's not my anthem.
No, we're not good anymore.
You know what? I just ordered the shirt, the Vandersex shirt from Etsy.
Hans Gruber.
Yeah, I just ordered that shirt from Etsy.
I did not understand.
Oh,
I didn't
God.
get that reference the first time I saw that movie. I was like, wait a second, why do I know that name? And now I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Folks, if you want us to do a Euro trip commentary, join our Patreon. We'll do it over there.
Oh God, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, I have great memories of that movie.
I think I have the unrated version. I'm pretty sure I do.
Fiona! It's fucking Scotty.
He didn't know.
Not a cool guy.
I love that song. I fucking love that song.
As do I. Now we have some button prests to do. And then we have this one.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
And one more. Now this one, if you have asthma, it might make you uncomfortable.
Brother.
Did you hear the sad news that his last match is finally behind him?
Oh no.
I know, right?
Damn, Hulkster.
Hulkamania has run its course, brother.
Yeah, run right to the geriatric home.
And we like Hulk Hogan, most of us.
Exactly.
Hey, this isn't I'm mad at Hulk Hogan because he said something once that I didn't like. I don't like that he said it either, but it's like, well, sometimes you want that lo mein, and sometimes you just want to watch a Hulk Hogan match. So I did have that lo mein. Up next, we have TLJ Screwjob, who says, "Jeez, Kendo, full on doxing Nick. Also, fat asses, please."
He'll get over it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I have to change my fucking number and my address. Thanks.
Maybe you shouldn't have gone so hard in the paint against Scientology.
I didn't realize you were a Scientology sympathizer. I had no idea.
Oh, I'm not a sympathizer. I just don't want them at my door.
I feel like this is what Kendo really wants to say to Nick.
Cry me a river, dickface.
Yes, encapsulated perfectly.
That's a good movie too.
Oh, so good.
Oh, it is.
God,
Now
no.
I'm looking for the fat asses button. Where is the fat asses button?
Look under F or PH.
Oh, Pog button. Got it. Now I got Scott Steiner English. Is fat asses in the other one? Sorry, the way the StreamYards works is there's two different brands, and you have to go through them. Let's see. Wokebusters, Men in Black, $5,000. I guess it's in the second one. Talk for a minute, guys, so I can find fat asses. I feel weird not knowing where my Scott Steiner button is. It's like when you don't know where your keys are.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
they're in your hand.
Every time you do a Steiner promo, a genetic freak gets laid.
There you
Well,
go.
I have good news. A genetic freak is about to get laid.
Rick and Scott Steiner, let me welcome you back.
Oh, Team 3D, you guys are out of your mind. Coming to Atlanta, Georgia, the place that the Steiner brothers got their start in professional wrestling. You guys are out of your mind, making it a table match, because tonight we're going to beat you at your own game. And after it's all said and done, you're going to be taking splinters out of your fat asses all night long because you got some fat asses. The only chance you have no chance, but you had a chance, is that you can run lickety split. Because you can't run because you got some fat asses. And after it's done, we're going to have a tailgate party for all my freaks out there in Atlanta, Georgia. You wanted some?
That motherfucker is a national fucking trick.
You had a chance.
Had a chance, you don't have a chance. Look at his split.
Who the fuck says lickety split anymore?
Scott Steiner.
That CTE will get you, boy.
Xavier to God, thank you very much for the super chat as well as being a member. He says, if each of you could own a franchise, whether it's movies, shows, games, comics, books, or whatnot, what franchise would it be? Oh, this is a good one because
Teenage
Nintendo
Mutant
wants
Ninja
to own
Turtles.
Top Gun. Oh shit, you're on the TMNT. All right, what are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna get rid of all the bullshit that I don't like, and then I'm only going to allow people that will handle it with the love and care and respect it deserves to make content.
All right, Dion, do you have an answer yet?
Yeah, I'm taking the Detroit Lions, 100%.
A sports
That's
team,
fair.
nice.
Yep.
What can you do that they currently can't do?
Well, I would stop hiring coaches that say dumb inspirational shit. Don't get me wrong. Dan Campbell is I'm on board, but I don't fucking buy in until they win a playoff game. I would only get coaches that their focus is to get to the playoffs. None of this bullshit about, oh, we're gonna be a hard-nosed team. That's not how the shit works anymore. It is a tactics game now. You get fucking coaches who know what the fuck they're doing, and if they're not doing well, you don't wait a decade or 5, 6, 7 years, and you don't fucking reach the playoffs. You get rid of them, and you get qualified football people. Don't get some asshole who is on NFL Network and sounds really good on Tuesday afternoons right before the draft. Okay, you don't go and get some dude who fucking was the janitor in some other famous fucking coach's coaching room thinking that he knows what football is, and you stop fucking drafting people who are generational talents and not getting supporting players to keep them from getting fucking injured. And lo and behold, again, you might accidentally win a fucking Super Bowl because the fucking Eagles accidentally won a Super Bowl and their fan base is terrible.
Nick, what would you like to own, sir?
Let's see. The Halloween franchise, so I can kill it dead. And they can never make another one again. Also,
Evil dies
Last
tonight.
year tonight.
yeah, yeah. Also, probably the Hellraiser franchise because that one's been beaten like a dead fucking horse too. So
It really has.
that can die as well. What else? I would probably reinvest into the Hellfest movies because that at the end of it, the guy had like 5 or 6 masks. You could make a few more of those movies, and for a low budget, could come out every year in October and make some money with that too. So that could work out. I'd like to own the Hatchet franchise from Adam Green. That'd be good. Make a few more of those.
I'd watch those.
Yeah. That's about it, really. I mean, fix a couple things here, make some new stuff, and yeah, that'd be about it.
Since Dion picked the Detroit Lions, I want to just own the WWE. That counts. So that would be the most fun toy ever. Now, of course, I'd want to do things to make money, But I think my first edict would be to probably make a 2K video game based on Legend, like Attitude Era stuff. Or basically have the next 2K game be very focused on past and present wrestlers. I would stop a lot of the flippy. I like acrobatic wrestling, but I would I don't know. I'd add better stories that would last longer, and I would stop having Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn team up to fight the fucking Judgment Day. That'd be my first day of order. Other than that, man, you know, we'd change the title belts because they're fuck ugly. Roman Reigns would not be taking these goddamn vacations. WrestleMania tickets would be. Oh fuck! If I own the WWE, they'd still be $10,000. Fuck it, I don't know. There'd be tons of shit to do. I think I would keep a lot of things as is, but I would also like do a lot of fun shit too. I think if I had all that WWE money, I think I'd buy AEW from Tony Khan just to fucking fire him. I'd be like, "Hey Edge, you're back here. I bought your contract out. You think you know me? You don't know me, but I'm your new boss." And I would do also. Yeah,
Oh
man.
my
I would
God.
just buy honestly with that. I'd buy all of pro wrestling just to fuck around with it. Can't be worse than what Vince did a couple years back.
Shit.
We're going TV 14.
Damn right.
Ooh.
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean, look it. I would TVMA is cool and all, but the best shit was TV 14. So we'll leave the TNA for well Trish Stratus is still there and Test is dead, so that's a problem.
Damn.
Sorry, bro. I keep it honest. TLJ Screwjob says kayfabe and Padawan are officially in the dictionary.
That's awesome.
Of course they are.
I did not know that. I might have to get a new dictionary. I know the word SmackDown has been added to the dictionary because of The Rock. That's always my argument when people say who's bigger, The Rock or Stone Cold. I always go, well, does Stone Cold have a word in the dictionary? And they go, no. And I'll go, well, The Rock does. And that usually ends my argument. But there's a counter to that argument. You know what that is, Dion?
What's that?
You go, does Stone Cold have a word in the dictionary? What? What? What?
Perfect.
I would love if Merriam-Webster's dictionary would just, under the word what, have the basic answer of like a question, but then also a Stone Cold Steve Austin retort.
Yep.
That would be so...
Yep.
That's what I'd do with the WWE money. I'd pay the dictionary to make sure that's in the dictionary.
Yeah, just get a bunch of wrestling catchphrases and shit in the dictionary.
Fat asses. Or no, math. Something Scott Steiner excels at.
Yep. Get jabroni put in there.
Oh, yeah. I'd give credit to the Iron Sheik, though.
Yeah, dumb son of a bitch.
Because it's fucking bullshit if people don't
Fucking
acknowledge
bullshit.
it. Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, you dumb son of a bitch.
Who do you think talked better shit about Hulk Hogan? The Iron Sheik or Booker T?
I mean, I think for pound, Booker T, because that one is just so, and it has so much weight. But if we're saying straight up hot fire,
legacy wise,
Greatest rapper of
totally
all
the
time.
Sheik.
But you gotta love Hulk Hogan. We want the gold sucker. That's all I can say on that.
Yes, that's one of the greatest promos of all time.
so good. So good. God damn.
Well, we should watch those when we get together. Yeah, Dion, I'll be hanging out with you in 2 weeks, roughly. So
That's right. That's right. Yay, yay.
now, folks, there will not be an episode of WCBS on October 19th. I'm taking the day off for my birthday, so join us the following week. But we'll be here next week, so don't even worry about that yet. Join us on Friday the 13th for our live drunk watch. It's gonna get sloppy. Xavier to God says, fuck, marry, kill. Stone Cold versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14 match. Rock. Oh, these are all fuck, marry, Stone Colds. Okay. So 13, 14, 15.
Definitely killing 14. Fucking Hart, Brett, and then marrying Rock.
I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna marry Stone Cold versus Bret Hart because I think that's one of the best matches ever. Then I'll fuck Rock for Stone Cold, and then I'll kill Shawn Michaels Stone Cold.
That is surprising.
Yep, that's pretty much what I'm going to do too.
We also have another one with Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and Rock WrestleMania 17.
My answer is
Shawn
still
Michaels
going to be the
still
same.
dies.
Yeah, 14 still goes, but I'm still going to marry 13 and fuck 17.
Mine changes to where I'll marry 17, fuck 13, and kill 14.
Still fucking 13, and I'm marrying 17.
Also, in that fuck, marry, kill, we have Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Batman Begins. Xavier to God made me answer this the other day, and it hurt me.
Jeez.
Marry Spider-Man, fuck Iron Man, kill Batman Begins.
Damn. I got to go with that one.
Marry Spider-Man, fuck Iron. Yeah, that's the same thing, I guess.
My answer was marry Batman Begins, fuck Iron Man, kill Spider-Man 1.
Jeez, really?
Damn.
I love Batman Begins. You know this. I've loved that movie
good.
since the first day I saw it. Iron Man is great, and Iron Man has a better pace than the first Spider-Man movie. Now, if it's Spider-Man 2, that's a different story. But
Right.
I'm just being honest, man. Batman Begins, that movie pumps me up every time I watch it. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
It's great.
Good.
And then The Dark Knight happens, and I really lose interest in that franchise.
Your distaste for The Dark Knight is still hilarious to me.
Yeah, that's whatever.
It's the fucking fan base, man.
I know. That's such a silly reason not to like a movie.
Fine. I don't think the Joker's as good in that movie as he is in Batman 89.
I mean, I'm not mad at that at all. I can see it, you know. Jack Nicholson Joker is so fucking good. I believe it.
No, he is.
But I just, oh man, fucking. Even though the scars thing gets annoying, I just fucking Dark Knight's so good. It is.
No, the thing that got me in that is Two-Face, because
Yep.
seeing that on the big screen for the first time, I was like, whoa.
I don't know. I don't want what's right. I want what's fair.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Well, I haven't watched The Dark Knight in years. I watch Begins, way more often. Maybe we'll get drunk and watch it around my birthday, Dion.
Hey, I love that idea. I watch the trilogy at least twice a year.
You're going to need something to help you get through the MSU game.
Oh fuck, you ain't lying. Hey, well, joke's on you. That's our tailgate, so you're in it too. We're not going to the game. But
we're just tailgating?
Yeah, we're tailgating, man.
Oh, dude, that makes the day even better. Like, I'm happy to go to the game. I was going to buy an MSU t-shirt and everything. But, let's just tailgate and get annihilated.
Yeah, we're not going to that game. They're gonna get their shit kicked out.
I don't want to remember 35. Even though things have gotten a lot better this year, I still don't want to remember turning 35. I just want to know, I was in Michigan.
You can make it happen. Someone always gets obliterated at the MSU Michigan tailgate. Hillary's done it. Tailgate's done it. Hillary's done it. Diane's done it. It's your turn.
I want to meet some random. Well, shit. Girls our age would be Karens now, so let's hang out with them. I'm single. Fuck it. There's something about a Michigan white girl that's just special. They were my favorite back in the day. Anyway, Escape from Barbie Land says, Jeff, remember Dion Green and Ice Cream Heaven? Wink, wink. Could you resend that to me, please, to the email? I will happily read anything you guys had requested. I just, the email, we've been getting a lot of emails lately, and apparently this email is linked to a Facebook. And so I've been getting Brian Lape recently posted a new photo. So I don't know what email account we have.
Okay.
Yeah, so folks, please just resend us those, and I will happily read them to worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
.com.
Let's see. Okay, we just got one from Aurora Uplinks. Here we go. Here is the animation. So I will play that for you after we read one more message. And I will mute the audio because you said it's copywritten. It's only 45 seconds long, so it looks cool. It reminds me of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Ooh, the Pink Panther music. All right, so up next, TLJ Screwjob says, pull the Folgers Brothers sister commercial. Whoa, what is that commercial?
The real one or the skit one? So the real one was like a Christmas commercial, and it's this supposed brother and sister, but they're like really central and stuff. And he's like, she puts the bow on him, and he goes, "What's that for?" And she's like, "You're my gift." And then the skit is playing into it, where it's the same setup or whatever. But then the parents come in, are like, "I told you that he was here, Ryan. You cannot be here. You're fucking your sister." And then they're just like, "Okay, we're fucking. We do it." And then the dad starts fighting him and shit. It's so funny. We're gonna get married.
Ew.
You gotta love Alabama.
Yeah,
Mississippi Power. I can't wait for our road trip to WrestleMania. Nick, I'm glad we're flying to Florida, but think of all the things we're losing out by not driving through the South together. Actually,
yeah,
I'm kind of glad we're not. Yeah, I'm glad we're not driving through the South together.
Yeah, think about that again.
So, continuing on, and remember, Escape from Barbie Land, just resend me that thing to worldclassbs@mail.com, and I'll happily press that for you. MPaws, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, Sir Ken Dog, some time ago I asked which president do you think did the most to inspire what it means to be an American, but at the time I had you fumbled. Have you found a candidate since then?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Or Ike. You can go with Ike. Wasn't the greatest president, but he beat the fucking Nazis, so that counts for something.
It does.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt inspires even me, so...
Yeah, he was a fucking man's man.
Do you think they actually wrote William Regal's song about him instead of William Regal?
Yeah, I can believe it.
I mean, what's the coolest Teddy Roosevelt factoid for you, Kendo?
The fact that somebody shot him and it fucking his pocketbook thing stopped the bullet, and instead of calling it a day, he fucking finished his speech.
All right, I knew that story, but I had forgotten about it. Nick, do you have any favorite Teddy Roosevelt moments?
No, because I was born after the guy died.
Wait, am I the only one alive when Teddy Roosevelt was in office?
No, Leif was there.
Okay, Leif voted for him 6 times.
6 times? I voted for him 6 times.
Thank you for picking that one up. God. I am going to scream that at so many people at Halloween Horror Nights.
It's gonna be terrible.
You don't know what death is.
Oh man, it's gonna be so much fun.
It is. We are definitely gonna have a great time.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for the food truck thing. That's it's late night.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I stumbled across that, man. And I was like, we're doing this. It's happening.
Maybe we'll turn it into a little video. I'll put that on our TikTok, folks. You can check us. Go to a food truck. Was there 40 food trucks? You said?
Yeah, 40 food trucks is what the little YouTube video says. So yeah, even if it's like 35, it's still a fucking lot.
Yeah, the difference of 5 food trucks is not going to be enough for me to complain. That's just like, oh, there's so many food trucks, but if there were 5 more, I'd be truly happy. No, I'm pretty sure there's going to be something. The problem is what to stop and eat at.
Well,
we're probably going to want all of
we're
it.
gonna have to take a couple laps and make some notes, and then execute the plan from there.
I think we should just get a bunch of food and then take a couple laps so we don't have heart attacks.
or that works too.
It's fuel after all.
That's true.
MPOS, thank you very much for your very generous message. We appreciate it. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining us every Thursday night here on the channel. TLJ Screwjob says, really, guys? You wouldn't take Sugar Mama Taylor Swift to Pound Town every night like Travis Kelce's probably doing? Also, I don't hate Rocky V, Kendo.
Well, number one, we never said that. We just said that we find all the coverage of her annoying. And to your second point, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had such terrible taste in movies.
Now, TLJ Screwjob, I will ask you to refer to our word of the day, because the word of the day is Pog, and we spent about 5 minutes trying to not say what we really wanted to say about Pogs, which stands for Fat Ass White Girls. So, maybe that's why we don't like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, because she's like, just skinny, and that's about it, man. She's annoying as hell. Yeah, no thank you.
I just don't. Here's the thing. I just don't care about like who she's dating or why she broke up.
Yeah. I could give a shit. Well, I mean, it seems like she gets in these relationships just so she can break up and make a new album. Like that seems to be the the rinse and repeat thing that she does.
I want somebody to like make a song about her, and then it gets really popular, and that just ends her career. It's like, well, fuck, they stole my gimmick. What do I do now?
If only Eminem were still good.
Yeah, if Eminem still gave a shit, he could do a fucking diss track about her.
Oh yeah. I remember those days.
Don't be coming for Eminem.
I like
Kamikaze
Eminem.
was underrated, and I get it. Rap God was kind of overplayed. That wasn't his fault.
I've never heard the song.
No, I remember him doing a lot of diss tracks back in the day, and he needs to do one about Taylor Swift. He really does.
Well, I mean, if not Eminem, who else? Like Lady Gaga? Could she write a diss track about Taylor Swift?
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
I don't even care what she's up to.
Has Lady Gaga ever written a diss track?
I don't even know. Look at her first. Whenever we were in college, I knew that music because it was everywhere. Oh, I'll never forget this, Dion. It was you, me, Hillary, and some random girl in the cafeteria. And this girl was trying to tell you how great Lady Gaga was because she could play her own instrument. And you spent like 20 minutes dismantling her argument. We were over at the Snyder Phillips cafeteria, and I'm just like, God damn, that's savage.
Well, that was back in the days where Lady Gaga was everywhere, and she used to drive me up the fucking wall, too.
Well, I wish I could just go back in time and talk to college-age Dion and tell him, you're doing it right in the future, man.
Thanks, man.
So you travel back in time and get to Dion and be like, Dion, keep going.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like to think that time travel exists, and I've already done that, and that's why Dion's doing so well in life, because I told him, it's going to be okay, just keep moving forward, brother. It's like, Jeff, you look the same pretty much. Yeah. Just keep on going, man. It's gonna be fine.
You don't like affect the time space continuum or anything like that. You don't like leave a note somewhere for anybody. You're just like, Dion, you're doing good. Keep going.
Well, to be fair, I appear to a very drunk Dion, and he just is like thinking it's normal me.
That would be the way to go. That'd be the way to go. Yeah, that's how you do it.
You're not wrong.
Up next, we have one from our pal Enrique who says, "Fuck, marry, kill. Ghostbusters, Power of Love, Axel F."
Didn't we just do this?
Ooh.
No, it was a little different.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was different.
Man.
I'm marrying Axel F. Fucking Ghostbusters and... No, you know what? No. Marrying Axel F, fucking Power of Love, and I gotta kill Ghostbusters.
I gotta marry Ghostbusters, fuck Power of Love, and kill Axel F.
I'm not coming to Florida tomorrow.
I am gonna marry Ghostbusters, kill the Power of Love, and fuck Axel F.
I'm going to marry Axel F, fuck Ghostbusters, and kill the Power of Love. It is not my favorite Huey Lewis and the News song. While Back to the Future is one of my favorite films of all time, Hip to Be Square is a much better song in my eyes.
Yeah, try getting a reservation at Dorsey, you stupid bastard.
I want to kill you and play around with your blood.
I was about to say, is Jeff putting on a newspaper all of a sudden? What's happening?
No, but I did have a conversation at the comic convention about my business card, and everyone gave me a compliment on it, and I said it'd be better if it was in a nice bone. And like most people understood that reference. So society's in the right place.
Well, at least those people are.
Yeah. I didn't bring up Brown Bunny, but I should have. I'm sure Kendo would have been proud of me.
Oh my god.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, Sir, Stallone realized that Adrian thing in Rocky Balboa should just do the same thing like in the other 5. I think RV love is due to my Rocky 5 love is due to my great grandfather showing me that before he passed away to Alzheimer's. Well, okay, that's
don't
fair.
be using family ties. Now you made it. Now I feel bad for talking shit about Rocky 5.
I mean, I still don't, but at the same time, it's like
it's such a bad movie. But damn it, that's hard.
I'm glad you have a positive, I guess, memory of it, of spending time with your great grandfather. I got to spend time with my great grandfather too before he passed from Alzheimer's, but he never showed me Rocky 5.
My great grandfather. I never even met my grandfather. Shit, both of them died well before I was born, so I don't know. I've never called anyone grandpa. At least not ironically. Or unironically. But, that kind of stuff is much different when you have somebody introduce a movie to you. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of an example. I would use my favorite aunt as an example, but she had impeccable taste, so it's like, we'd be like, well, let's watch, Silence of the Lambs, or... Yeah, my Aunt Pat was the best in taste of movies, so...
See, that would be a little weird. Be like, hey, little Jeff, let's sit down and watch Silence of the Lambs.
Well, she was a cool aunt. She let me watch whatever I wanted. So if we're over there on Saturday on HBO and it's, whatever movie, rated R or not, she's like, yeah, you can watch it. I don't care. Because I wouldn't go home to my mom and say, hey, Mom, we watched this movie with boobs in it. Or, hey, Mom, I saw a movie that said fuck. Nobody really cared back then. But I don't think I've watched Rocky 5 except the one time I watched it on television. Channel 64 back in the day. Tommy Gunn. But it was on the other day over at Phil's house. And we didn't watch it.
I saw it once. That was enough.
It's a good choice.
Our friend TLJ Screwjob also says he had 5 VHSs in the American Flag box set too.
Yep. My parents said that too.
Yeah, the box set looked really cool. I mean, all the way they lined up as a flag, that's awesome. That it's a cool look. Doesn't make the movie better.
Don't watch that last one.
I want to get the Rocky box set on 4K because I love Rocky 2, Rocky 1, and Rocky 3 in that order. But yeah, maybe we'll do some Rocky commentaries for the channel just to have those up on Patreon. We should have the most complete list. Yeah, then we'll do a commentary on Eddie Murphy's Rocky bit and how accurate it is. Hey, random question real quick, because I got tagged in a post that I was looking at earlier. Have you heard of that game called BNG Racing? Where it's that car game where they just flip cars and like your survival chances on screen?
No.
I'm going to have to download that and play it. That looks so much fun. Okay. Folks in the chat, if you've played that game, let me know how it is. Because I want to flip a semi-truck and see if I survive.
All right.
Enrique Vasquez, thank you very much. He says, so the Star Destroyer is ineffective. It would be like a C-130 or a drone missing their target. Oh, hi, Mark, please.
Well, sometimes drones hit the wrong things.
Yeah, ask President Obama about that.
Yeah.
You must be able to read my mind.
Or was it like last year or no, it was 2 years after that wonderfully well-planned withdrawal from Afghanistan where to take some of the heat off, they fucking droned like some family and said it was like a Taliban operative.
Yeah. But then,
I mean, I guess they hit their target. They just had the wrong targets.
Yeah. So basically what it is, they're accurate. It's the intel shit. That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah, we can't blame
C-130s are
technology.
cool as shit, though.
Okay, and here's the button he requested.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody loved everybody, the world would be a better place.
And if you can change and they can change, we can all change, Mark.
Don't try
TLJ Screwjob.
It might not turn out right.
Let's go eat, huh?
I'd love to go eat some, huh? Where can I get, at? Now, Dion, this is taking it back because I don't remember this on the podcast. TLJ Screwdrive wants us to debate Batman Begins versus The Dark Knight like we debated Miami Vice.
Did we what Miami? Did we debate the show versus the movie?
Bro, we've been doing this for 375 episodes. I don't even remember what we talked about last week.
I gotta think back. I mean, yeah, I just I love both movies, so that'd be a fun thing to do.
I don't even remember us ever debating Miami Vice.
Now, folks, by the way, last week's episode had a technical glitch, excuse me, so that's why it wasn't uploaded to Podbean and Stitcher and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get that fixed, and I'll upload it on the back end. But yeah, as of now, it's on YouTube, but it is not available on the other streaming. Yeah, we could do a debate. We should bring back a great pop culture debate stream and just, pick a couple topics and we debate back and forth. Maybe we'll do that during election season when people are tired of politics.
Ooh.
That sounds
I
good.
like the way you think, sir.
We'll get Jon Stewart to moderate the debate. And no, not the guy from The Daily Show, but just some guy named Jon Stewart.
Yeah, just get an AI Jon Stewart.
I've read Alexander Shablisky says, something about Michigan white girls. Too true, man. I've been out of the mitten for 4 years. I'm bound to go back.
Oh my god.
Yes! Message of the night right here. Thank you, Alexander. They just hit differently, man.
Just universal, baby.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I need to go to Michigan, I guess.
I don't know, man. I've been to Michigan. I spent time in Michigan. I've dealt with white girls in Michigan. There's nothing that was that fucking appealing to me.
Maybe it was just the Michigan white girls from, 2007 to 2011.
I mean, it very well could have been. But
plus, if I remember correctly, that particular Michigan Caucasian female wasn't one of your fondest relationship memories, if I remember correctly.
Oh, so, I wasn't talking about her. I was just talking about other shit from other.
I was talking about Kendo.
Yeah. Okay.
If we want to go down the road of fond relationship memories, there ain't a whole lot when it comes to me because usually it starts off really good and then something goes wrong and before you know it, boom.
Dead goes the dynamite?
Yeah, that or the relationship.
+1 reference.
Thank you. I try.
That was awesome.
Alexander, thank you very much for your super chat. Xavier to God, what is up? He says, "Fuck, Mary, kill." Booking modern Vince McMahon, Tony Khan, and Vince Russo.
Oh, you bitch.
Well, it's modern, so how far does modern go back? Because if it's like of the last 23 years, I'll give Vince the nod, because wrestling from 2000 to 2006 was awesome.
Right.
But WWE from like 09 through like 2020 was pretty shitty. So why did we keep watching, Dion?
I know. I ask myself that question every time they do something incredibly fucking stupid that I knew was going to happen.
Like when the Fiend lost in that Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
I don't even. God, that so pissed me off, man.
I mean, I want to kill all three of their bookings because they're all terrible. Vince Russo's is the worst. It's egregiously bad.
He was so bad. The TV station told Dixie Carter, "Do not. If you hire him back, we're taking our money away." And they did it anyway, and they fucking yanked the money from TNA. So that's why I think I'm gonna kill Vince Russo's whack ass every time.
Yeah, I'll kill Vince Russo just on principle.
Yeah, and then I'll just fuck Tony Khan's booking because I'm fairly certain half of his booking is his EVPs in his ear telling him what they're going to do, and then he tries to figure out what he's going to do with the other shit. And I feel like if you got an actual booker in there that didn't try to be friends with the boys, you could probably get something decent. And then I guess I have to marry Vince because, I've signed an NDA, so there you go.
I'm going to fuck Vince and marry Tony because I'm assuming Tony will give me his world title if I do
that. I'm with you, Kendo. Now, Breadman Productions, what's up? I'm glad he mentioned this. Happy James Bond Day. Watch Goldeneye to celebrate. Fuck, Marry, Kill Bond themes. Goldfinger. Live and Let Die. Skyfall. Also check the email for the Peaches parody for Dion. Let's see.
Gonna kill Goldfinger, marry, live, and let die, and fuck Skyfall.
Marrying Goldfinger, fucking Live and Let Die, and killing Skyfall.
I'm going to marry, live, and let die, fuck Goldfinger, and kill Skyfall.
I will marry, live and let die, fuck Skyfall, kill Goldfinger. Sorry, Shirley Bassey. Your voice is great, but I mean, the other songs are just better to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you could reset, I know this is terrible, but I'm in the email looking for the Peaches parody. If you guys wouldn't mind resending what you want me to read right now, I'm right here on the email. So let's share the animation from, I believe it was Aurora Uplinks. All right, no audio can be played, but let's check it out. So it's like a pre-rendered background that reminds me of an old video game or PC game from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yes.
Good lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth transition of the door.
Hopefully a beast comes out and kills the hiker.
Come on, giant creature. Oh! She fell in and died. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, wait, there's more. Ah, she's not dead. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, I liked it. That's pretty cool looking, man.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an artist. I enjoyed
3D,
what you made.
Yeah, 3D animating is not easy, man. It's fucking difficult.
So let's see here.
And Xavier to God, I am very well versed on the feud between Jim Cornette and Vince Russo. I know about as much about their feud as they do, just because of all the times I've listened to Cornette talk about Vince Russo.
Uh-huh.
Do you think Cornette could actually take him in a fight?
Yes, because there's so much fucking hatred there that I don't think as soon as they were in a position to be able to let it to get it all out, I think he would just snap in the blind rage that he's had built up for decades, and it ends with like Vince Russo's head being smashed into hamburger meat by Cornette's fist.
I don't have issues with Cornette. I do think his view on wrestling is a little archaic to the point where it's like if it's not 1980s shit that he was involved with from the South, that he just kind of dumps on it, and I don't think that era of wrestling's the best.
I think he's more about dumping on the flippy gymnastics wrestling and the complete disregard for protecting the business type wrestling.
That's fair.
Because at least in the 80s, kayfabe still more or less existed. In the 90s, that's when the horse got out of the barn, and by this point, it's so far gone down the pasture, it's never coming back. So I think that's his main gripe with modern wrestling is that nobody even bothers to try to make it look like a work anymore.
I get that. He just the wrestlers he uses for an example, I've gone back to watch him, and I'm like, I don't like this. It's like, okay, I don't care about Baby Doll. Like, please give me another example of somebody else. Or the fucking Midnight Express. It's like, I get it. You were involved with a lot of these people. I don't consider them peak wrestling. But, you know, I could be the crazy one. Are you fans of those wrestlers?
Baby Doll, no. I mean, the Midnight Express, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of it, but whenever I've watched old 80s wrestling, I'm not like repulsed. It's like, yeah, it's all right. It's not as fast paced as like the 90s shit that I grew up with, but at the same time, it's like, I get it. It's they work harder to tell you the story in the ring than just, hey, we're going to super kick each other 25 times and do a bunch of chops, and then we're going to get out the furniture.
Now, I'm not going to sing on the channel because I don't want to subject you to that, but this comes from our friend Breadman Productions. Peach's parody for Dion, Gracie, he says, "This one is for my one and only true love, Grace. Grace, you are so cool, and with my black ass, we're gonna rule. Grace, I will say, I'm gonna love you till the judgment day. Gracie, 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 I love you. Oh, oh. Arnold, Sarah Connor, and John Connor too. A T-1000 couldn't keep me away from you. Dear Grace, I will forever say I love Dark Fate. Oh, Gracie, 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 oh! Gracie, Gracie, Gracie falls off piano. You know what? I like it. You know what we have to do now, right? We have to remind the folks that Dion loves Dark Fate so much with a little button press.
The Grace button is what I meant. Grace! Yeah.
Ew. That's called I'm stalling for time as I scroll up to get to the button.
Oh, okay. Good man. Good man.
Yeah. Oh, Breadman Productions, that was awesome. Thank you very much. This one comes from our friend Escape from Barbieland. He says, on last week's fan-controlled episode of WCBS, the panel was talking about what would the worst superpower be. I super chatted WCBS talking about the Marvel name Soft Serve, the one who poops ice cream. Oh, I remember. Believe me, we talked about this on the High Council.
Yeah.
I still want to buy the rights to that character. I really do.
So we looked her up last week. He sent us the link about her. Uh-oh. The link you sent me is blank. It says Soft Serve Earth 616. There is currently no text in this page. Here, let me show you. The link you sent me is this now. So it must mean that the WCBS guys and I have to write the history and power. Guys, do we alter this wiki for the channel? Talk about Soft Serve?
Yes.
I think what we need to do is write the story where she accidentally kills a guy who's a diabetic.
Or lactose intolerant.
Wait, you guys remember Super Dude from All That?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
Okay, Super Dude was the Superman parody played by Keenan, and he was lactose intolerant. That was his weakness. So we should do a story where Super Dude gets hooked up with Soft Serve and she kills Super Dude. That'd be great. A stripper that shit ice cream in his mouth killed him. I just want to make a documentary about, like a parody documentary about that with a straight face. And then she shit in his mouth and it was ice cream and he was a diabetic and it killed him.
Oh my god.
I think I have a friend that wouldn't mind going out like that. Stripper just, she has some cookie dough for him.
Listen. Go into diabetic shock right there.
I think I might have a legitimate
of an episode of 1,000 Ways to Die where the guy was going to a dominatrix and she put him in like a latex suit to beat the shit out of him, and he was allergic to latex, so he went into anaphylactic shock and died there in the dungeon.
That'd be a hard one for your family to explain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of like a Carradine situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I still like the guy's work.
I do too. I mean, listen, everybody, has their.
We don't
thing,
kink shame
obviously,
unless that's your kink.
Listen, and not only that, yeah, he was in Thailand. We're not going to look that far into it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. One night in Bangkok makes the hard man humble.
Shit.
Not much between despair and ecstasy, guys. Now, what you see here on the screen, folks, is Assassin of the Cross by Holland Timmons, a complex comedy with bite, a fun house of adventure. A paperback of ebook is available on Amazon.com right now. So, folks, one of the things we want to do here on WCBS is always help you find the next great piece of entertainment. Because we can talk about Star Wars till we're blue in the face, but we don't have any control over that. What we do have control over, though, is dictating what is the next big thing. Clearly, we're doing that with Stealing Solo and Wokebusters, but our friend Holland is doing that with his work, Assassins of the Cross. And you're going to hear a little more about this on some upcoming episodes and some content here on the channel. And so, folks, if you're a patron and you're an artist or a creator and you want to get your word out there, you can join us over there and we'll talk about your work. And you guys can reach a large audience because we're very passionate about entertainment because it's the glue that brings people together. You know, if it wasn't for entertainment, I wouldn't know these three gentlemen on the show. Because if it wasn't for wrestling, I wouldn't have knocked on our buddy Dut Dut's door. And then for his birthday, went to the strip club and met Dion, where we both asked for the same concussion move. And we've been brothers in arms ever since. Nick's love of horror is what brought us together. And Kendo's love of this entertaining podcast is what got him on the show. So, folks, entertainment is the glue that binds us together as a society. And that's why we always complain about TikTok and things that make people more insular. Because it's about the shared experience. ELE and all that other fun crap. But at the end of the day, you just want to be able to have fun and laugh and go into a big theater. And for that hour and a half that you're all in there watching that movie, you're all friends. It's the shared group experience. And when you walk out of that movie, you know, you might still remain friends. I actually made some friends at the first Avengers screening that I still talk to this day. So, folks, be on the lookout for more information about Assassins of the Cross by Holland Timmons. As we say right here, it's a complex comedy with bite, a fun house of adventure. It's available in paperback and ebook. Paperback and ebook. So if you're in a rush to get something right now because we know you guys don't like to wait for quality, well, then you can check this out on Amazon right now. So, guys, this show started out, it was going to be a nice and tight, 90-minute, 2-hour show. We're at 3:25, so fuck. What do you guys want to say before we put this baby to bed?
Free yayo.
Nothing. Have a good evening, everyone.
All right. Nick and I will be in Florida tomorrow, so be on the lookout for some shorts, for some content. We're going to be uploading all sorts of stuff across all of our WCBS platforms on our road to 200K. Folks, we're going to hit that by the end of this year. We're going to kick this shit into high gear. So help us out. Do your part. Spread the word. Follow us on Twitter. Now it's X. Instagram. Every platform, and share WCBS content. Remember, we're not fighting other content creators. We're fighting a computer. This is kind of like a Terminator situation. So we're the resistance, and we need your help. So, folks, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like everything we put out, and spread the word. Now, one more time, folks, if you want to get the greatest Star Wars parodies since Spaceballs, go to stealingsolo.com right now. You can grab a copy of that. Now, I'm leaving town tomorrow. So if you want to put in an order tonight, I will go to the post office in the morning because my flight's not until the mid-afternoon, so I can get those books shipped out for you tomorrow. If you want to be involved more with Stealing Solo, well, just go to the website and find out what else you can do. But from all of us here at WCBS, thank you for watching. Make sure to join us on Friday the 13th next week for our huge Friday the 13th drunk watch party. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be as sloppy as you want it to be. So, folks, you know what to do. But until then, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.